Leave meeting.
Leave meeting. Uninstall Zoom.
Burn it all down.
Reset your hard drive.
Rejack into the mainframe.
Mhm. We're always jacking in the mainframe.
Oh God.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Tales from the Forgotten Troop. If you're enjoying what we're doing, there are many ways you can support the show. We have a Beacons page with all of our Feel links, where you can buy stuff and give us some money, or get some merch, or check out the coffee. You can also find all of our social media there to keep up with updates about the show, and join our Discord, where a lot of off-camera chatter happens. If you are watching the VOD on YouTube, make sure to like and subscribe so you can get notified when new videos go live. But you can also join us live on Sundays pretty consistently and hang out in real time. Beyond that, our icebreaker. Ooh. Interesting.
Yeah, good one.
Well, it's not a repeat, so that's nice.
Mm-hmm.
What is one thing we would never guess about you?
About Roxy or me?
Yes.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
I've got it. I've never been arrested. That's something people wouldn't guess about me.
I
don't know.
I can't say that was something I assumed about you, but
yeah,
sure.
I suppose teenage Jenna, it's more shocking that she didn't get arrested. I've ridden the back of cop cars, but never gotten arrested. And Roxy has been arrested.
I don't think that surprises many people.
Roxy was in juvie.
I feel like we knew that.
Roxy
yeah.
We knew.
Oh, well. Okay, fine. Her favorite color's pink.
Okay.
I might have guessed that, but I don't think I knew that.
Well, Elena just sees all, so, you know.
Elena sees different realities.
Mm-hmm.
She sees the very fabric of time and space.
Yeah, so it's
not
hard to keep
concerning at
anything
all.
from her, actually. It's not concerning. I'm not concerned. It's fine.
We'll get to that when we get to that. We got other stuff to do,
We have
too.
so much
Bigger problems than the fabric of space and time. It's fine.
For now.
I don't like how you just said that, Charlie. That I don't like that.
I mean, you have some pretty big problems that are about to land square on your front door, so.
Yep.
Yep.
God.
I forgot. Yep, we do have that problem.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Can't wait for the consequences of those to be consequenced.
I got 99 problems, and werewolves are like 45 of them.
Yeah, that's true.
And the Fae are another 45. So.
Yep. The rest of it is relationship drama.
And some of those are potentially intertwined.
And
Yep.
one is my brain. One problem is my brain.
So technically one problem if you have a clone who has the exact same brain as you.
But the things don't work. Her brain's not broken. Mine is.
Are you sure about that?
I can't see into people's physical structures. You tell me, Sylvie.
Initiate
Don't look that
CAT scan.
You have to turn into a kitty cat, and then you can do a CAT scan.
Yeah.
Oh God.
No way that Sylvie. Only way Sylvie does
All right.
medical exams.
I love it.
I'll go next, seeing as we were just talking about Sylvie. I'm Tess. I play Sylvie, aka Valkyrie. I don't have too many really surprising facts about myself, I guess. I grew up hunting in the North Woods for years, and with my dad, and mainly because partially I think it's he didn't have a son, but lots of family bonding. I would say for Sylvie's I don't think Sylvie is particularly attached to the shade of blue that she turns everything. She just does it for shits and giggles.
I love it.
It's got such a unique taste.
Yeah.
It does have a unique taste. If you've ever
But now we
tasted
have
blue.
purple vodka.
Yeah,
Now
we do have
purple vodka. We've branched out to purple.
It's true.
Just slowly working your way through like the visual spectrum.
Yes.
Eventually, there will be a color that doesn't exist to human eyesight yet.
But
colors.
Elena will be able to see it though.
Yes.
Visible only to shrimp.
It's visible only to shrimp.
And maybe fair.
Mhm.
Maybe.
Who knows?
Same thing.
I
Back to it.
A
A
thing
thing
people
people
probably might not know about me is I know how to use a muzzleloader rifle. Black
Ooh.
powder.
Mm.
My dad used to do Civil War reenactments,
Oh.
and I did a couple of parades, so I had to learn how to use those. And a thing I don't know about Elena that had me stumped. Everybody knows she's fluent in 2 languages, so that doesn't work. Nobody knows why she chose her song title as her name. Everybody just assumes it's because of her rich, cushy lifestyle, but it is not.
Are you
Fair
going to
enough.
tell us why then?
Nope.
Or
Okay.
No, because it's very sweet, and you guys can all find out on your own.
All right. Then.
Well, fair enough, I guess.
he was all listening to Easy Living over and over and over and over.
Stream
again.
Billie Holiday.
Oh my god.
Yes.
I'm having a hard time here because y'all know most of the things that I wanted to reveal about Joe already, and I'm a pretty open person, so I'm just like,
Time to show your deepest, darkest traumas.
Yes.
Share it with the Twitch
Absolutely
audience.
not.
Just put that out there on the internet. What could possibly go
Alright.
wrong?
Not
I can't
going
foresee
there.
any of this going wrong.
It's gonna go fine. It's fine.
Strangers
Vulnerability
are
is good
completely
for you.
trustworthy.
Vulnerability's good
Just
for
like
you.
how they're trustworthy with your social security number and your credit card information and your mother's maiden name.
Just like
We're very
trustworthy
trustworthy
with
with
all that. Yeah.
And a blank check. Just send us your credit cards. Don't cancel them. Yes.
But I
Oh,
only
man.
have the one.
I'd like to point
don't
out
need
that
it.
we are not a cult because we have merch that says that we're not a cult.
That's
Just
true.
yes.
Buy it.
So
If it's on a
persuasive.
if it's on a shirt, it must be true. They wouldn't let us
Yes.
put it on a shirt if it wasn't true.
Right, exactly.
Bree, you go before me. I'm still trying to come up with something here.
Fuck.
I feel like you're both struggling.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm gonna run out of cookies soon.
This probably is not particularly surprising about Cynthia. Her outfit is very, as a hero, is very bare bones, but in her civilian persona, she has very strong opinions about like designer brands, which I don't know anything about. So take that as read.
Look, I've played that character before too.
Wait, okay. So is it an act that she has strong opinions about designer brands, or does she actually have strong opinions about designer
No, she
brands?
actually has strong opinions.
Okay.
But those go out the window when she suits up, because why would you bring that into the field?
I don't know if we
Compartmentalization.
had this early in the 50s. I don't know if we had big brands because I know Chanel
Oh,
took
they
off
did.
in like the late 50s.
Okay.
There were.
I mean, there was still like a
like-
luxury kind of industry,
Mm,
though.
Yeah.
there was
Yes,
still
there
a
was.
luxury
Industry.
industry, but like
It's-
name brands were pretty restricted to the luxury industry at this
It's
time.
Yeah.
it's not the luxury industry or the name brands that we know of today.
Yeah.
Well,
Either way, Cynthia has opinions.
mm-hmm.
For
What's
me,
surprising about you?
I might have told you guys this already, so I have a backup one if I did. I've held human organs.
I think you have.
That was
told us
because of
that.
your.
That is
like,
not
you were
surprising to
training
me,
to
but
go
you
into
know.
medical school. Yeah.
I'm curious about the context, but all right.
I used to be
Human
doing like
lungs
a
before.
pre-med thing, and they let me shadow people through various departments in the hospital, one of which was surgery, and they're like, hey, you want to hold this? They'd taken it out and we're gonna dispose of it. So
It wasn't
was
going in the
educational.
body.
What the
yeah,
shit?
no.
I've held human lungs
That-
before, so it's not that.
I got to
Yeah.
hold a uterus and a
Oh,
flap
that's
of
kinda cool.
lung that had a tumor on it.
Yeah, yeah. I also I
Yeah.
held a lung with lung cancer. Yeah, with
Yeah.
yeah.
I also got to stand on a step stool next to the anesthesiologist and like peer down into the cavity when they had the person's chest cracked
Mhm.
open.
I would
And it
too.
was very cool.
Oh
Yeah.
no, we're losing Crow.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I think Crow's gonna go get sick.
Our sociopath. No, I'm just kidding.
Do you need a
The
minute?
rest of us are all like, yeah, yeah, yeah. And like Crow's like, why are you all like this?
Guppy has the same reactions, and I forgot.
Oh.
So
Sorry.
I put on like a kind of
Ugh.
visceral, goofy movie, and he was
Oh,
not
no.
expecting it.
Ugh.
And he's like, "Can we not watch this?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, sure. My
Yeah,
bad. Warning. He
that.
needs warning to prep himself, not just immediately organs."
Yeah. I did that while we were eating dinner one night. I put
Oh,
on
God.
Bones and we were like, and he was like, why are we watching this when we're eating? And I'm like, oh,
That would be fun to watch.
is it
while we were
bothering
eating.
you?
Oh my God. To change the topic before Crow decides to leave entirely. So if that's not particularly surprising, which fair enough, I used to be a cheerleader and a Girl Scout.
That is
The
actually
cheerleader's kind
Yeah.
of surprising.
The cheerleader is surprising.
I was also
Girl
a Girl
Scout
Scout.
not so much
Mhm.
because I feel like that was just kind of a rite of passage from our generation.
And they had
I wasn't.
baller cookies.
They wouldn't let me set fires.
I didn't wanna
That
wear a
is
skirt.
not surprising, though. That part is not surprising.
They couldn't stop me when I wasn't with the truth.
My next door neighbor was a firefighter, and I started all kinds of
I was a mini pyromaniac and like
same.
bonfires, lighting candles in the driveway. Once I accidentally lit my hair on fire, you know.
Oh, I was at a party and somebody lit their long hair on
Oh,
fire.
no.
Oh.
And then somebody threw a cup of what they thought was water on it.
No,
and it was
no,
vodka, and
Water.
it just went. Psh.
Oh no!
He did not have long hair anymore.
Oh.
No, I didn't.
Go bald with this one easy step.
Yeah. My Oma wanted me to be a Girl Scout, but my dad didn't want to be a den mother, and I didn't want to wear a skirt. So instead, he just taught me how to set fires.
I never
have
had
to wear skirts.
We had to.
Ooh,
Our
I
troops
hate that.
did.
Yeah, that's awful. What?
No.
Why?
They might have changed it.
We just
But-
had the weird vests.
No,
Yeah.
I was like, no,
We
this
had
is dumb.
sashes.
Or
I'm gonna go out
sashes
in the
or
woods and
vests.
set
Yeah.
Well, we
fires.
had the sash at first, then we had vests, and I kind of hated the vests. I wanted the sash back.
Yeah, I liked the sash better because I felt like a beauty queen.
Haha, yeah.
Who likes to set things on fire?
Hell yeah. That's the best part of being a beauty queen.
Yeah.
You carry hairspray so that you can
Is Tori my am I Tori in my soul? Yes.
Tori is my id.
Sorry to Tess and Crow who don't remember Tori, but
I vaguely
She's
put
a time.
together who Tori is and the
Yeah.
type of character.
I've been absorbing the vibes.
so good. Loved it.
Me when I'm not playing a serious character.
Yes. It was amazing.
Okay. I think I've got stuff here. Apologies for being queasy earlier. I don't have much of a
Sorry.
stomach for medical stuff.
Sorry.
Apologies.
Sorry.
It's all right. But hello, everyone. I am Mr. Crow, alternatively just Crow, and I'll be playing Joe Hatathli, aka Watchdog. The pen wasn't showing up. Thing you might not know about Joe. I don't really think anybody would necessarily know this in the team. Definitely Henri knows this. Joe's a cuddle bug.
That's not surprising.
Yeah, he's usually not invited to our parties.
I mean,
we wouldn't know that.
he was on the couch last time we had a cuddle puddle, but like I feel like Roxy could sense that he wanted to join the cuddle puddle. But he was like, that'd be weird. Yeah.
There's an extra layer to y'all's cuddle puddle that Joe's like, I don't know.
10 seconds from becoming an orgy.
Whether that layer is the polycule or all the glitter, who's to say?
Is it
Yes.
glitter? Is it
both.
polycule? Is it all of the above?
As for myself, when I was about 12 or 13, I went through a fashion phase.
Oh.
No, really?
Okay.
Yes, really.
I love this for you.
I'm definitely grown beyond it now. I will forever be impressed because at the time I was watching Project Runway of all things
Wild.
on TV. And I will always remember the one episode where they had to go into a hardware store and make fashion items out of it. Because there was a dress made out of trash bags that legit looked like a real piece of clothing.
Look,
It was actually amazing.
I, one year, just for a costume, put on a white trash bag and went as white trash, so.
I mean, like, it literally looked like they had, like, treated it somehow so that it looked like a, like, pleather, like, dress.
Oh.
I don't know what the heck they did to it, but it literally looked like
Oh, you can make
clothing.
lots of things. At the hardware store, I could make so much stuff. I love the hardware store.
It blew my mind, and it's always stuck with me. Because I'm just like, how did you do that?
Witchcraft.
It's really cool, yeah. Hardware witchcraft, which is what we specialize in.
Hashtag not a cult.
And Jello craft. That's the other.
Oh my
one.
God, that's Jello of mass destruction.
Yes.
Isn't that most Jello?
Yeah.
Yeah, but we made it worse.
When Michael makes it.
I'm not saying we mixed colloidal silver into the Jello and attacked vampires and werewolves with it. I'm also not saying that we didn't do that. You know?
Possibly more terrifyingly, these were also like 50s through 70s Jello.
With hot dogs and
Concoctions.
eggs and the first wave feminism.
The awful Jello creations.
Yep.
Where's my dinner? Here you go. Piece of Jello with eggs and hot dogs.
Free
in it.
villain idea here for you to release some like disgruntled housewife mad scientist who just makes a Jello abomination.
Yep.
It's too
It
early for
happens,
that.
you know.
It's too early. We just we have to work the audience up for that.
Also, we're not in the right era.
Fair.
What? 50s were pretty close, actually.
I was gonna say the 60s and 70s were when it was right.
Mhm. That was why it was Michael's whole shtick, because he was a child from the 50s.
Yeah.
I just saw a meme about it. It was like men in the 50s can't wait to go home and get drunk, and then women in the 50s zooted on lithium, putting a whole ham in Jello.
Yeah. Whole ham. But
Zooted out.
anyway,
Love it.
previously,
Yes.
a Jukebox does this.
It's time.
It is time. Roxy met up with her family and they explained the clone situation. While things were awkward at first, Mama DeMarco was quick to whip everyone into shape and bring back a sense of normalcy to the household.
What you whipped into shape.
Cynthia and Joe had a long heart-to-heart about everything that happened, and while Elena and Sylvie were chatting, Henri returned to the base and realized something about some son of a bitch, which Joe later learned was Rhea's when she was working out some of her frustrations. Most of the girls brought Henri up to the penthouse to drink, and after talking about Henri's mom for a bit, she went back down to the base and confronted Joe, giving him some steps that he could take to try and help both of them find a new sense of normalcy and balance in their relationship, even if Henri wasn't quite ready to be romantically involved again. But it seems the peace won't last very long, as a new rampaging wolf has been let loose on the city.
They also made Henri a costume.
We're gonna make it Henri a costume now.
And meanwhile, Roxy is trying to figure out why Sylvie sold their souls, and resolve some issues within the lesbian polycule.
So, Cynthia and Henri are going off to do measurements. Is Joe staying in, like, the main area of the base?
I don't think so. At the end of last session, he'd sort of come to a point of resolution about what he needed to do and be prepared for. So I think he's actually gonna head to the gym and start working out. Just
like the gym in the base, or a different gym?
In the base.
Okay.
The training area we've got.
Okay. Also added a team to the pool. The start of the session.
23 teams?
24.
24 teams.
That's a lot of teams.
Use some this session, please.
I'll
maybe.
try.
Can I use it
Gotta
on
roll near
really
each other.
stupid things? Because that's what I want to do.
Depends on if
Elena's
you're gonna make a roll.
outside. That's all I remember.
Yes, you did go outside to make sure Henri wasn't gonna
I wasn't sure what she was gonna do. She's
out there.
drunk.
She's drunk.
She
We
was
can't-
so
She's gonna
drunk.
go yell at her mom. I don't know. I'm just like, oh, boots.
You're probably out
Sure.
there like 10-15 minutes and you don't see her leave, which
You should go check Joe's skull.
that'd be a reasonable amount of time for her to get out of the base.
I don't
Or
know. Maybe
the
she got
apartment
accosted
or
by
whatever.
plants. We don't know. But no. If she doesn't see her, she'll just go back in.
Pepe would never.
Okay.
I've got to tip them. They won't let her leave.
Oh, he might then. Yeah, you're right. We taught the plants capitalism, but also
Can't teach
social-
the cats capitalism. That's not gonna work.
No, they don't. Cats are like, fuck your capitalism. No,
Don't you know
Blondie's
cats are
already-
anarchists?
Blondie's still mad. She
Yes.
doesn't get fed twice a day anymore.
they knock your shit off the table if you even bring up capitalism. They're just like, no.
So Cynthia, you can bring Henri to a separate room and start, like, pull out a tape measure.
Hell yeah.
Some, notes on a pad of paper, or however you do.
Mhm.
Henri's probably swaying very gently on her feet, but she's not in danger really of falling over.
Cynthia's, I think,
a lot of alcohol.
quick about the measurements then, so that she can take a seat and not risk collapsing on the floor.
Okay. She'll
So for now, since we don't have any other stylistic design elements here, Cynthia would probably just ask her to think about what she wants, because eventually we'll be forwarding that to Natalie, and also think about how many sequins you want, if any, because the default is yes.
Yes, it's a quantity.
For the moment. Cynthia gets her like one of the just costume bases that's got some decent durability and protectiveness.
Mhm.
She knows what Henri can do, but also
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah, she'll take it and sort of fold it up in her lap. I'd say probably as you're wrapping up the process, one of the police scanners nearby goes off, and there's like a frantic officer voice. It's like, we need backup immediately downtown. We've got some wolf creature thing rampaging the city, trying to get the civilians out of here, but
oh fuck.
Of course we do.
It's not taking it down.
You're not here.
Oh yeah, you're right. I'm upstairs.
Yep.
I presume Joe can hear that.
I would assume Cynthia has like police scanners throughout the base.
Probably.
Yeah.
But also super hearing.
Yeah.
Cynthia's pretty much immediately rushing out into the living room.
Yep. Joe's doing the same, having like changed into like a blue tank top and like gym shorts, just comes rushing out. Did I hear that right?
I think you did.
Shit. Where did I put my suit?
There's a spare-
stumbling around.
Get changed. I'll go grab the girls.
Yep. I'll meet you there.
And Cynthia will Cynthia's suited up, I think.
Pretty sure she still
Sure.
was as of the last
She
session.
probably.
Her default state is usually in her suit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think
So she pulls the
Right.
face
Oh,
mask
God.
back over, pulls the hood up, radios upstairs first just to see if she can catch anyone on the comms.
Everyone's probably back inside up there. Yeah.
Yeah, Roxy has her communicator, thankfully.
yeah, Sylvie also has hers because she radioed down.
I think she's still wearing her suit. She just is wearing the suit like pretty much all the time. I think she's got like
Watches in and
3
out.
at this point that she's just cycling in and out.
Yeah.
Sylvie can grow her suit, it's fine.
Hell yeah. What you'll hear is got a crisis, suits on. Please tell me you're not super drunk.
I can't get drunk.
I'm
I
not
only
asking
had
you.
Zavun.
Okay. I don't know what your metabolism is like, Sylvia, I'm gonna be honest.
Fine.
Okay, let's roll.
She
You
doesn't
down at
have
the
to
base.
drive anyways. The stag does it for her.
That's true.
That's what I okay.
And
Sylvie-
I can drive Elena.
Sylvie will touch Elena to try and heal. Or
Yeah, that's fair. I don't know what the
expedite.
purple
Yeah.
tequila's gonna do.
Who knows?
Have you cured drunkenness before?
I thought we did
Yeah.
after
The DeMarcos.
did.
Marcos, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, she
So,
cured.
We had to cure
Cynthia's.
those Long Islands.
Yeah, then you don't have to roll again. So you can just
Really
touch
funny. if
Elena and do that.
It had the wrong effect though.
So I was like, that sounds familiar. Do the 3 of you go down to the base to rendezvous with everyone else?
That's what she
yeah,
said, so yeah.
I think.
Jake's down at the base still.
Okay.
Yeah, we
so-
got to get our motorcycles and stuff.
Oh,
As you come down, Henry will approach you, Sylvie, and
Oh.
say, can you make anything that would sober me up?
I can definitely do something about your sobriety right now. And Sylvie will also give Henry a jolt of the soberness power.
NPC party.
No,
yeah,
there's always
she's-
the puke and rally trick too.
She's very like surprised and blinks a few times at just suddenly being sober. She's like, okay, wow. And she like looks at all of you and says, I'm not planning on fighting, but I have an idea. Do you
Yeah.
have a normal looking bike?
Yeah.
What?
You can borrow my spare.
Can you ride a motorcycle? Do you know how to drive one? Are you going in costume? I have questions.
I'm not going in costume. I just need an inconspicuous way to get downtown. I have an idea.
I have
What
a
do you
car
need from
too.
us?
Just do your thing.
Okay.
Stop whatever it is.
Okay.
Are you gonna take pictures of us? So like, what are we doing? Oh, all right.
Need more pictures of Spider-Man.
If you need
The-
something from us, think mentally scream at Echo. It tends to work.
She has
No, which is-
communicator.
With
That's also true.
with everything
if
that's been
you-
happening.
Can't reveal your position. That's also
Yeah. Also, like, if you don't want people to know who we are, because you got a communicator from us, you probably shouldn't like let people know that. I'm trying to think about not being conspicuous anymore, Echo.
I appreciate that. Clock is ticking now.
All right, let's go. Just runs out to
Um,
the bike and asks Elaine if she wants a ride. You want to ride on my bike?
Yeah.
I feel like Joe's like buttoning up the last of his costume's buttons. Just sort of
You good to
standing
go? Do you want to take point on this one, considering
Oh yeah, what was the emergency?
there's a wolf rampaging downtown?
Wolf
Of course, there's
monster.
a wolf.
Oh, of course.
Which
Fun.
reminds me, Dad.
An NPC party.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Ha! We're having wolf problems.
He just appears in the base proper and it's ready to go.
Sailor Wolf on the scene.
I feel like
And then-
oh, sorry.
Fighting werewolves by moonlight.
I feel like Joe is like holding his hat and he sort of locks eyes with Henri. He just says, "Good luck."
You too.
Puts on the hat and starts sprinting for wherever the police said they were coming from.
I think as Sylvie sprints to the stag, like there's probably some plant that is still like actually in a potted plant, and she like runs past and grows a mask as she is before she jumps on the stag.
Nice.
I think Cynthia's flying tonight. She doesn't want to be on the ground with that.
That's fair.
Fair point. I can always just make the motorcycle fly.
That's also true.
But then you have
Roxy
to
probably
worry about
shouldn't
putting
be on
down
the
a
ground, but it's
motorcycle,
fine.
so
Sylvie thinks she might be able to heal whatever this ends up being, but we'll see.
Remember when
so
Oni to tell Roxy?
Pretty
Awkward.
all of you can suit up. Sylvie can grab the stag, Watchdog, and Lunar Ultima are on the ground running. Roxy is on a bike, and
Elena's
well,
on the
Roxy
same
and
bike.
Elena are on a bike,
Yeah.
and then there.
Mhm.
Yeah, Echo is flying. All of you can take off down the street. We get a nice overhead view as you just race down the middle of the road, dodging cars and pedestrians. And much slower, Henri grabs a helmet and Cynthia's spare bike, and also heads out of the base in her civilian clothes.
I know it's like a motorcycle, but my brain, when she said she just needs a normal bike, was like, pedal bike.
Yes.
But you can listen to the police communication, which are directing you towards the center of town, pretty close to where City Hall is. And there, you definitely hear the sirens in the distance. A couple of police cars race past. You hear, as you're probably a street away and turn this last corner, you hear the roar of a wolf and what sounds like glass smashing.
Oh boy.
And when you come around the corner, you can see that a car has been flipped over. And Watchdog, you are immediately like thrown for a loop because you just get overwhelmed by Tony's scent. But This creature looks nothing like Tony's shifted form. It's not full-on wolf like Eugene, but it is far more monstrous than what you're used to.
So closer to like one of the betas?
Not quite as big.
Oh boy.
A lot more fur, a lot more animalistic features.
What the shit?
Looks like one of your guys.
Do you want to have a little talk with him?
Not sure that's gonna help right now, Rox.
All right. Do you
So
think
Joe
hitting him
just, like-
on the back of the head real hard will help? Because that's what I got in my.
Joe just like locks eyes with Cynthia and just like equivalent of like psychic pounding on the door, like we need to talk right now.
Okay. In your head, you hear what? You
Roxy's
don't have
already
a lot of
running at
time.
the wolf. Just while you're doing that.
It's Tony.
Ah, you hear a string of swears that is very inventive.
think- Oh, sorry.
Cynthia's gonna broadcast to the team mentally. That's Tony.
What?
Wait,
What do you mean that's
Cue a
Tony?
string of swears from Joe.
he's a werewolf.
That-
Sorry.
Tony?
I'm gonna be honest, I as a player forgot, but I'm gonna roll with it.
Yep.
Okay.
Sylvie's gonna immediately try and look for the alpha's influence. That like icky black slime that coats the soul.
Elena is
Okay.
going to try and detain him.
All right, we'll get to Elena in a second. Valkyrie, you've done this before,
Yes.
and kind of accessing that extra layer of vision. You see a similar sight to what you saw with Joe, looking at him, where there's some of that pure whiteness coming through, but there's like tendrils of the inky blackness swirled in.
Mhm.
But you also see some like veins and tendrils of silver mixed in with the blackness.
Do I recognize this? Do I get a sense of it?
Hmm.
And I can roll for it to try and recognize it. Like, I'm okay not knowing right off the bat that I know it.
Let me think.
Too hard to read.
I also love in my notes, I don't know how to spell things right now.
Mm-mm. It's fine.
It's fine. Silver doesn't have an R in it. It's fine.
We'll do some weird stuff with assess the situation again to kind of like tap into some potential knowledge you might have. So
I have to look this up.
you can roll with superior.
Yes. Oh. It's wonderful. No, that was a 6.
Okay. You're not sure. I'll give you a little nugget. You think it is Fae related.
Sylvie will immediately also start or like try and find. I don't know if Echo still has that connection open in any way, shape, or form, but she will tug on it and immediately relay he's different. Instead of his power looks different, there's a new element, and it seems vaguely Fae.
You hear.
And there is definitely cussing with her sending that message as well, because she's
just mentally swearing back and forth.
Yep, they're both swearing.
Everyone's
Three of 'em.
swearing.
String of swears.
Were you gonna respond to that? Or
Sort of. Since I haven't entered battle yet, I was wondering if I could assess the situation using my ability thing.
Yeah, you've got a special
Yes,
version
but
of
we
it as
have,
a
like,
protege.
3
have-
people who are trying to do stuff at the same time, so we're
Okay.
we're gonna order of operations this.
Sure.
Um,
I'm adding it to the queue.
yes. Move you up the queue. Roxy, Calamity. Because initially when other people were sort of absorbing the scene, you said you were running towards the wolf.
Yep.
After learning that it is Tony, are you still going to rush in, or are you going to wait?
Yeah.
Okay. What are you trying to do? Are you going to directly engage? Or are you going to do something else?
She's gonna attempt to try to subdue him.
Okay. You can roll to a directly engage threat.
Have you ever tried to put a werewolf in a headlock? Because that's what I'm gonna try to do right now.
Oh boy.
I'm gonna say that Joe's going last year because he's just sort of like
What in the fuckery is this?
on the off foot on all of this, but I think when he sees Roxy going in, there's just like not even like words in the psychic connection to Cynthia, just a shot of like pure panic.
So it's a 9.
Okay, you can pick one.
I'm gonna use this is probably not good for a PR, but I'm gonna use the in a China shop, so I'm gonna pick 2. So I've also done significant collateral damage to the environment.
Okay.
Oops. On the bright side, So I'm gonna choose to resist or avoid blows. And then I'm going to create an opportunity for my allies.
Okay.
So that's what those are
Sounds
my choices.
good.
So you can tell me what horrible collateral damage I've done to the environment.
Collateral damage. We would
So, you rush up to big bad monster werewolf Tony, and I think it's just like the two of you are brawling, like outright brawling for a second before you can get close enough to get your arm around his neck to put him in a headlock. So there's with the weight and power just behind both of you, the asphalt under your feet is cracking, and I think you throw him into the side of a building, and that breaks some of the
Another
concrete
one
wall
bites
in a
the
window.
dust.
And then he rushes back at you, and you go both of you roll over each other a couple times before you manage to get him and dig one of your feet into the ground, cracking it some more, and just keeping him on his knees.
Yeah. And I'll just say, did you try going to the gym and having a steak first?
You're not you when you're hungry.
Okay. So Roxy has given Wolf Tony a pause.
Yeah.
Elena, well, easy living. You're going to try and subdue him, and there is a brief lull in the battle here as Calamity's got an arm around your foe.
I was gonna make him heavier, but if she's holding on to him, that might be bad. I'm just gonna try and make them both lighter, so that way they're at least in the air, maybe.
Mm-hmm. I imagine she's on his back with her arm around and her foot planted to keep his legs down or whatever. But all of a sudden we just start rising up, and it's we're floating now.
Okay.
Danger to engage.
It's the full moon walk. That's what we're doing.
Yikes. I have a -2 to my danger. That's a 2.
Oops.
Nope.
So
instead, you make
Didn't
them
work.
heavier.
Oh no! We're gonna crack right through the surface of the earth.
There's another crunch and crack as they sink deeper into the asphalt.
whoops.
That's okay.
So now we can get
Shit.
to
It's like extreme strength training.
now
Yeah.
we can get to Echo. And I'll say Once you assess the situation, since not everyone has technically entered the battle yet, if everyone is going to start fighting, then we can say you're entering battle as a team at that point.
Okay. All right, so I'm using be mindful of your surroundings. So when I assess the situation before entering into a fight, I can ask one additional question even on a miss.
Nice.
Which that's 7, so fair enough.
All right.
2. Get
So 2.
questions.
All right. Who here is most vulnerable to me?
Ooh. To you specifically, probably Tony.
That's fair enough.
I mean, like, there's some cops and like civilians around, but they're not really overly vulnerable to you, I guess, you know? Because you're not fighting them, basically.
I just
not a
punch a
threat to
cop.
them yet.
Fucking pig.
Public service.
Well, that's gonna
anyways.
go well for our PR. That's not another
No.
disaster.
I'd say just like your power set coupled with what you know about Tony, he's probably the most vulnerable to you in this situation.
Okay. I'm fully aware the answer to this might be nothing, but what here can I use to figure out what sort of Fey influence is working on Tony right now?
Ooh. I don't think there's anything that would give you an immediate answer in this situation. If Sylvie had more time to sort of investigate or observe what was going on, she might have better luck figuring it out. Even though her initial attempt didn't really produce conclusive information, she has the best chances of figuring that out amongst your group.
All right. Is there time for me to say something to her before entering battle as a team, or do you want to do that now?
Sure. Because I feel like at this point you're gonna start giving orders, and then everyone's gonna take action.
Yeah.
So give some direction.
Sylvie, mentally, you hear, "What do you need?"
Okay. And I assume Sylvia will respond once we actually take action as a team. So, but she'll respond with, "I need time."
Okay.
All right.
And a clear line of sight.
That makes sense.
Okay. And as you look around and start potentially giving orders, when you enter battle against a dangerous foe as a team, we'll get 2 team to the pool right off the bat. Who's the leader?
Is there a record for how much team Echo?
Echo's considering herself the leader at the moment.
Did everyone answer?
Leader of my heart.
Crow's muted.
Yeah, Crow's muted.
All of
Sorry,
the girls
there's
are.
something going on outside my room. Yeah, Cynthia.
Okay.
All right. That means we also get an extra team from my captain ability and carry +1 forward.
Ooh, nice.
You also have
how much
influence
team
over
is that?
everybody.
This is true.
What is everyone's purpose?
Detain.
Stop
Save
this without
Tony.
hurting him.
Yeah, and
stop this
keep him from causing any civilian casualties.
Stop this non-violently as possible.
Yeah.
I feel like all those pretty much line up. So
Yeah.
Another team.
You're so much.
Does anyone mistrust the leader or the team?
No.
Not currently. Personally, Cynthia is having issues with Sylvie, but has few reservations about trusting her in a battle setting.
Okay.
Yeah, I was about to say
That's different problem.
Personal
Yeah.
stuff, but like,
Girlfriend trust
battle.
versus teammate trust is different.
Separate things.
Sometimes it gets complicated being in a polycule with your teammates.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Does anyone feel ill prepared or off balance?
A little.
Yeah.
I
And I got blindsided by this.
yeah. Where is blindside, by the way?
So we'll remove a team, so you get 4 team
Yeah.
in total.
I
So
was
what are
gonna
we at?
say,
Like 32
We're 28.
now?
Your brother to
We're at
be a
28.
werewolf.
My God. Okay, let's use some of this.
Please, guys,
Yep.
use some of this team. All right. Give your orders, Echo.
Watchdog, please help Calamity. You're 2
On
physical fighters. You have our best chance here. Easy living, help, or collateral damage, whatever seems most important to you at the moment.
Yeah.
Our purpose right now is to give Valkyrie a clear shot at this because she's got the best chance of figuring out what the hell's going on.
Okay.
Valkyrie, if things change, let us know.
You need me
Will
to
do.
turn him on his back so that you can get a clear shot at his front?
I'm not sure it's that kind of shot. Correct me if I'm wrong.
I just need to see his physical form.
Okay, Echo's still in the sky, so she's got like a bird's eye view of what's going on.
Okay.
So, since Watchdog hasn't done anything yet, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna leap into the fray, presumably with Lunar Ultima right next to me, and I'm gonna try to help Roxy restrain Tony, whilst also trying to desperately make sure that she does not get bit.
Go ahead and
That's
roll
also
to
fair.
directly engage a threat.
She didn't even think about that.
I'm aware. Extremely aware.
That's why she has a werewolf in a headlock.
You know what? I'm also gonna kick on Game Face here
Ooh.
to save someone, specifically Roxy. So I
He's
get a
gonna
+1.
tackle Roxy off of the werewolf and then let him back up.
The werewolf
Honestly,
is
maybe.
currently heavier, both werewolf and Roxy.
We're very heavy right now.
Let's see how this goes.
My body's as dense as my mind right now.
Okay, so I just rolled Snake Eyes,
Nice.
Oh, lovely.
Oh.
That's nice.
but I got a +3, which gets me up to a 5.
We can help with this.
I can spend a team for Lunar Ultima to get that up to a 6. So, can anybody chime in on that?
I can drop the weight I have on them, kind of throw them off balance.
Did you take into account the +1 you have moving forward because we're all in agreement under?
Oh, that's true.
Yeah,
or
yeah.
at least-
I did not.
Captain!
Mm-hmm.
I do not.
Build
Okay.
a team.
Then that gets me up to a 7.
Very nice.
And I spend a
Mark.
team to do that.
Mark off a team.
27?
So you get to pick one.
I will take his opportunity to bite Roxy. Like, that is Joe's #1 priority right now.
Wait, Joe's gonna bite Roxy?
No.
No, he's gonna keep Tony from
Oh,
biting.
I
her.
thought you said he was gonna bite her. I was like, dude,
Chop,
Where
chop.
why would you
Problem.
do that?
Okay,
No.
so
Like, I'll turn her so
How-
you don't have to, brother.
how does Watchdog get in the middle of this?
So I feel like Watchdog would sort of, I don't mean this as a pun, but bark out to Lunar Ultima, get Calamity clear, and sort of let him like wrench her off, and he basically
With his teeth?
not necessarily with his teeth, but
Why?
well, also I don't think the bite's a risk for a normal werewolf.
I don't know how any of the Calamity's just like, what are we doing here?
Or just like grab you by the scruff of your collar or something and like pull you off, and Joe will
Why?
attempt.
What are you doing? Why? No. Bad
Trust
Ultima
me.
Daddy. Bad Daddy Ultima.
Calamity, for once in your life, shut up and trust me.
Oh,
Oh,
It's my brother.
And Joe will attempt to take her place, but I'm imagining in sort of like the kerfuffleage of wrenching her off and trying to take her place, like P probably gets a few blows from Tony.
Yeah, I'd say as soon as Lunar Ultima swoops in and kind of breaks Roxy's grasp and pulls her backwards, you get in, and I think the two of you are kind of like sort of gripping each other's shoulders, and just his claws are digging into you, and you're at a pseudo stalemate, but it's rough.
Mm-hmm.
So do you have any conditions marked?
I've got angry and guilty currently marked.
Ooh. Afraid?
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay. So
Okay. Ow. But yeah, I feel like as Joe sort of like gets into it, he's actually done something similar to this a few times. So he knows to sort of like bring a leg in and like hook it behind the like double knee that Tony's got and just like cause him to drop, get sort of a height advantage, even if I can't have the strength advantage.
you get him down a little bit, and he just looks up at you, and his jaws open, and he roars at you, and you get a lot of like lovely dog spittle just
Awesome.
all over your cheeks.
Come on, man.
Bad breath.
I know you're in there.
Yeah.
Okay. Who's next?
I'm guessing Sylvie will wait for everyone to potentially give her the best opportunity before she moves. So
makes sense to me.
Calamity's a little confused about why she was just pulled off of Tony. I don't know. I think what she's gonna do. Did you relay that he's like under Fae influence?
I think she did.
Yes, because when you were giving basically the debrief to the whole team, it was like give Sylvie an opportunity to figure out what this influence is, like what's going on.
Okay. Does she know yet, or
Sylvie hasn't had a time
No.
to try and like assess
Vibe
that
it
again.
out.
she's
Her
just gonna
first-
say, "What do
first
you
attempt
need,
failed.
Sylvie, to like?"
I think,
Um,
yeah, if Echo can respond for her, she'll let Echo. Well, she's trying to find a gap.
Yeah. Time and a clear line of sight. Also,
Come
Roxy,
on.
watch out for those jaws. Don't get bitten.
Why?
That shit's contagious.
I thought it was like, wait, wait. Roxy's just like, what? Wait, what?
Roxy.exe
No,
has
wait,
stopped.
what? She's stuck in like what mode of like, what do you mean? Like, I thought it was only in the family, but then like,
You're
But
related to him.
but yeah, but like he's a Fey wolf, not like a regular werewolf, right? Like the Fey did this one.
Both.
What do you mean both?
I mean, he's a fucking werewolf.
Oh, she's so mad now.
Don't get bitten. Or do you want some other shadowy thing to have control over you?
I think Roxy is going to do her okay, so she's like enraged at her brother right now for keeping a secret. Roxy's like, what the fuck? And like she just walks up and
Oh, God.
backhands him. But like as she's doing this, I would like to use a mind of their own to try to bitch slap the Fae out of Tony. The Fae influence out of him.
I mean, if there's anybody who could do it, it's Roxy. She shoulder checked a hole in reality because her girlfriend was sad.
So a mind of their own is that let me make sure I'm using it correctly because this is from like a different playbook than my normal one. So your powers evolve and mutate when you are facing an obstacle or threat that your powers would not be able to deal with. You can mark a condition to gain brand new abilities adapted to the situation. I lose these abilities once the danger is gone. So a reality check to his brain. That's what I want is my superpower. Just bitch slap the Fae influence right out of him. So then I can beat him up like normal.
What conditions do you have marked?
I currently just have angry.
Extra angry.
I would say,
With
I mean,
pepperoni.
like, guilty might apply because she probably feels maybe not guilty, maybe insecure. I don't know. She might feel insecure. I don't know, because she's very confused about what the fuck's going on with her brother being a werewolf. I don't know.
Okay. Sorry, can you read A Mind of Their Own to me again? It's you gain new powers to overcome something.
When you are facing an obstacle or threat that your powers would not be able to deal with, you can mark a condition to gain brand new abilities adapted to the situation.
Okay.
So I don't know if I choose the condition or you do.
I mean, either way. I think it would typically be me, but guilty's fine.
Yeah.
So you would still need to. Your powers mutate.
So I would have to unleash my powers to.
Yes.
Yeah. Yep.
So go ahead and roll with Freak.
Here we go.
I just wanted to make sure. I was like, nothing automatically happens with this. You still have to do something.
Yeah, no, I have to
just
unleash.
A quick win.
I can continue to try to do it, but like,
yes.
Okay, so where are we at with? And then we have the +1. Anybody? Can I get a team for Joe holding him while I bitch slap?
Hold him down.
Because then I'll get a 7.
I mean, hypothetically?
Oh, wait, I'm angry. I get a +1.
Oh, man.
I've thick and thin-skinned. I get +1 ongoing when I unleash my powers if I'm angry.
Okay, well, there you go. So you get a 7. Would you like to mark another condition, or I can tell you how it's unstable or temporary?
I'll mark another condition.
I'm gonna go up to
3.
Oh,
gotta catch them all.
Yep.
All the feelings.
I don't know, insecure.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I wouldn't say she's hopeless. I'd say she's feeling a little insecure.
Tony's hiding stuff.
Why wouldn't he trust me?
So you bitch slap Tony and
like my mother woulda.
Watch as his form shrinks and reverts a little bit, so he has more of a resemblance to Watchdog's form. But
the shit,
you can still tell that like something is wrong, and he is not quite what you would expect his normal self to be.
So he's not like supered up, but he's like,
you yanked out the steroids.
I yanked up the steroids. That's what Mom would have done if she had found out he was roiding.
So now Watchdog has even more of like, he has a strength advantage and now a little bit of a height advantage because it's normal.
Yeah.
It's regular sized Tony underneath you, basically.
Yep. Well, regular werewolf size Tony.
Well, yeah.
What is Joe's reaction to Roxy just bitch slapping him down?
You know what? Never mind. This is pretty normal, honestly. Just stay out of reach.
What are Easy Living or Echo doing?
She said they seem to have this handled, so we're gonna do a quick crowd control loop-a-loo, see if there's anything in danger of her falling on top of somebody.
Don't forget to wave too. Like you're in a parade.
Not really this time.
Okay.
While there was some environmental damage, it was not super duper extensive yet, and a lot of the civilians, well, it was already late enough, so like the streets weren't super crowded, and the police are very much keeping their distance. So
That's weird.
you've got a really good perimeter right now.
Okay. She'll just fly up in the air and hang out with Echo.
Echo.
Just wait for something to collapse on somebody.
I will say, I think Echo, through the connection, you do hear like Sylvie's increased desperation when she notices the power is disappearing. Like it is pure panic that she hasn't analyzed it yet and she is failing. Like,
Roxy, I'm gonna need you to not do that a second time. Sylvie needs to figure out what's going on. You hear in your head.
I'm just really upset with him. I need him to get his shit together because we're gonna have to have a talk about this.
Can you have the talk later?
Yeah, but like,
Look at all those people.
yeah,
You
but
need
how
them
cool-
seeing this.
I don't know what I don't understand.
He's on a rampage. We need to get him out of here or they're going to put him in custody. Can you imagine what that would do?
Yeah, well, I think that he has gone down in size, so Watchdog can probably hang. Yeah, he can handle him now, probably. I hope.
Okay.
Because apparently I can't get bit for some reason.
It's contagious.
Yeah, but like, there's a lot.
You want to be a werewolf?
No, but there's a lot of things that like we don't know if that would actually impact me because I already got powers, so my DNA's already been altered. But also, like,
Do you want to roll those dice right now?
No, not really. But like, you can't just lie to your sister like that.
Looks like he did. I'm sorry, but we'll have to deal with it later.
All right. Well, what do I do to help then?
Help Joe subdue him. Keep away from the mouth. Sylvie needs to get a clear shot so she can try to figure out the last vestiges of whatever did this to him.
Can't we just muzzle him?
If you have one.
I mean, I don't got one, but I could rip part of this suit, and then we could probably tie that around his mouth. I don't know.
Let Joe deal with it.
All right.
Thank you.
I guess you're in charge, Watchdog. What am I supposed to do?
Okay. Well, Valkyrie.
Sylvie will attempt to assess the situation again.
Okay.
Before going, or +4 going forward, or altogether, unless there is.
I think you can only add a maximum of +3. Right? Am I remembering that correctly?
It's +3 to, based off of her ability, and then +1 because of the
Ongoing.
captain ongoing thing.
Oh, isn't there? You can only add a maximum. Like, there's a maximum you
What
can
is
add
the
to
max?
each goal.
I don't know. Crow?
There is
Rule
one.
Scout?
+4.
Yeah,
It is
so
+4,
then it's
okay.
fine. And I'm rolling with X. So hopefully my dice don't hate me this one. That would be an 11.
Woo!
Nice.
So you managed to see some of these last silver tendrils before they fade and slip away. And you would be able to recognize it as pixie magic.
Sylvie will immediately say it's pixie magic. Is there anything she knows about breaking or creating immunity to pixie magic?
I'd say you could probably try, like, if you infuse your version of Fey magic, it could be enough to neutralize it. I don't know if there'd really be a way to, like...
Otherwise neutralize it?
No, like, make someone immune to it. That's what I was...
Yeah.
I was like, immunize someone against
yeah.
it. That's not the right word.
We need a Fey vaccine.
We
A
need
pixie.
pixie
We need
vaccines.
pixie vaccines.
Pixie vaccine. Sylvie will relay that she is pretty sure she can at least neutralize it in this situation if it continues. Though she did just watch the last vestiges of it fade.
Roxy
What do you
doesn't
need?
know that.
I need to infuse my own magic into fight off the pixie magic.
What do you need from us?
Get me close, and
Can do.
We don't need to worry about bites, as far as I'm aware. Heal it.
Okay.
It'll suck, but I can heal it.
I can shield.
Getting close. We'll try to neutralize him if he does anything.
Yeah. Sylvia will start moving towards him to try and... She's assuming that she can probably focus a little better if she's touching and can see more entirely, but
Yeah.
she'll get
Touch
as
would be
close
your
as
best bet.
possible. Yeah.
But-
She'll relay her plan course of movement to Echo as she's doing it.
Echo's keeping an eye on Tony just to make sure that nothing unexpected happens.
I'd say at this point he is aggressively fighting Joe's grip.
I'm gonna charge up my powers in case I need to shield Valkyrie. What do I add for that? It's
Conditions, I believe.
I don't have any conditions. Oh no.
Oh,
Okay, these dice were better. I got a 7.
Okay.
Okay.
Uh,
You have
I
to
get
mark
3 in a condition,
Yep.
but I have my burns. What condition do I want?
Guilty, maybe?
Yeah, guilty would work.
Okay.
Chargy.
Okay, watchdog.
So Sylvie needs to get close. Could I argue that I could use defend someone or something to effectively try to pin Tony down and make sure that he can't hurt Sylvie as she gets in close?
I'm gonna say no.
Okay.
Because I feel like that really only works when someone is actively moving against someone. So, like, if Tony had already lunged for Sylvie, it would work in that scenario, but
All right.
not really as like a preventative measure.
In that case, can I effectively just like hold my finger over the proverbial button for that in case he does manage to break out of my grasp?
I mean, yeah, you could just wait to act.
Yeah.
Basically.
No. Sort of.
We don't really have any sort of initiative.
Yeah, I'll sort of growl to Roxy. Get his feet!
All right.
So are you just going to help hold him down?
Yep.
Roxy?
Sort of like try to move my grip to like his forearms and start trying to like effectively rack him between me and Roxy. Just sort of like unable to move.
Okay. You have his focus for the moment, we'll say.
Okay.
His attention is on both of you. Valkyrie, you can
I think.
kind of swoop in behind him in his blind spot.
Yeah. And as she's doing it, she is going to be speaking and saying, Tony, this isn't you. You don't want to bite rocks. And I know something did this to you. The Fae are shit. And I promise I'm trying to help.
No, how would you know?
And she's doing this very, like, because the last time she manipulated someone's body in a fight, they died.
Mm.
So she is being very cautious with this ability.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I would like you to roll to unleash your powers.
Just a sec, I'm looking up my freak. I'm rolling with the +2 with the +1 going forward. So is there a way I can, well, no, there's not really a way I can get team because this is powers related. Never mind. And I'm not near the stag. This will be fun.
I have a +1 from Cynthia.
Yeah, no, so that's the full +2. I only have a +1 to freak right now.
What are you at?
I don't think she's rolled yet.
Oh.
Yeah, I haven't rolled anything yet.
I'm very awake.
It's all right.
I'm in the same boat, so this is fine.
It's Friday. Our brain cell is on vacation.
Oh, that's a 9.
One brain cell.
We're good. That's a 9.
That's a nice.
Perfect.
Nice.
Would you like, well,
Could we assist to boost that up by 1?
Yes.
there is one person who I think would be able to assist in this situation.
Is it me?
No.
Can I tickle Tony's feet?
It's very much up to whether Echo would be willing to do this. Knowing what you know about Tony's memories and his experiences, you could leverage that to help focus his mind and impress the influence Sylvie has.
I think it's something she had been considering as a tool in her arsenal going into this after learning it was Tony. I think the stakes are high enough. She'd probably do it. Focusing on the pain, focusing on the memory of the turning. A little bit cracking his psyche open like a walnut.
Valkyrie places her hands on Tony. What does it look like as you infuse your magic into him?
I think Sylvie hasn't really expressed her personal magic. But I think it's probably a similar brilliant white to like a soft gold. Still fairly sparkly, but and it slowly, I think, infuses his fur as it takes effect, and I think a little bit of the pheromones also kind of come out where anyone nearby is smelling a pleasant scent, if more so a nostalgic scent, not really a like
Not like something
lust type scent.
not like a druggy.
Yeah, it's
haze.
because she's very much, as she's speaking, trying to invoke the true like sense of Tony as a person and override the Fae influence, as it were. And I think there's also like underneath it all a little bit of that bite of cold scent, like when it's a really crisp winter morning and you walk outside, that Sylvie is kind of learning is part of who she is. And that soft gold is kind of infusing over Tony and traveling from her point of touch slowly up towards his head and driving out the last of the silver, and kind of eating away at the magic that is influencing him.
Okay. At first, Tony's movements are still very much like trying to break free of the hold that Watchdog and Calamity have on him, but they turn a little more aggressive and frantic, and he lets out some gut-wrenching like howls and whimpers, and you can tell that he's experiencing something that is not there before. The magic that came from Valkyrie begins to fade, and he slowly starts to still as the fur and the wolf-like features begin to recede.
Ah, fuck.
Oh god.
Roxy's gonna jump like just like on top of his face at this point to block it from like the crowd. It's all she could think to do in the moment.
I was gonna say that Joe sort of like pulls him in, just sort of like trying to obscure
Wolf.
almost
Maybe
his
give him
features
your
with, like,
mask, buddy.
Smoke bombs.
Yeah. Smoke bombs rain from the sky.
Oh yes.
Weapons and gadgets is one of my abilities.
Oh, smoke bombs. Let's get him the fuck out of
Okay.
there.
Sure.
Charlie, I would
Like, he
also
kick his
add
ass.
there is quite a, and this is up to you, because he has been suffused with Sylvie's magic, there is quite potentially the possibility that he will be able to recognize her in
Sylvie?
the future. Yeah.
Hmm.
Either as, like, if she uses magic in front of him, either as Valkyrie or Sylvie.
I don't think that matters. I'm worried about the crowd seeing Tony's face.
No, I just
okay.
meant future problems for Sylvie more so than anything
Oh,
else.
okay. I was like, oh. I thought
No.
Tony already knew who we were.
Can I try to do the smoke bombs in a way where it's not discernible that I'm the source?
I can just drop them.
Oh yeah, just have Elena float them and then randomly drop them in places.
Gravitally.
I mean, I'll say it is late enough. It is dark enough. You were already flying, so you could probably get a clear enough vantage point above the streetlights where it's not until the smoke is starting to expand that people really realize what's happening.
Okay.
And you can get like a nice perimeter or shield one end of the street, however you want to do it, and get some coverage for a few seconds.
Yeah, you all hear in your head. This won't last forever. Get him out of here.
Joe picks up Tony just sort of like in his arms and starts sprinting for the base as fast as he can.
Sylvie sends Echo an image of potentially mimicking Tony's form and say, with the question, false trail.
You hear an affirmative in your head.
Sylvia will try and shift into something vaguely like
Glitter werewolf.
It's a glitter wolf. It's a glitter wolf. I knew it. The goddamn glitter wolves. They're everywhere.
And
Plague upon this city.
try and bolt in the opposite direction.
Pretty
as said werewolf.
lycanthropy and
Okay.
glitter everywhere.
To try and get a pretty accurate copy
Yeah.
of
Yep.
With
Tony's
the
form.
smoke
Roll two
cover
initiative.
and running quickly.
Roxy's just gonna run
Well, Sylvie
after
still has to
Sylvie.
transform.
Yes.
Yeah.
So. Oh, we good. That's an 11.
Okay, good.
It's pretty much like an exact copy, and there's no glitter.
Disconcerting.
Ooh.
Wow, no, she must be in a bad mood if there's no glitter.
Sylvie will
There's a lot
also
going on.
send to Echo as she runs off in the opposite direction, get Toby home, and that's it.
And Roxy's just gonna pretend to get on her bike and be like, "Oh no, the werewolf got away." For bad acting. And then get on her bike and follow after the.
My God.
Like a
Echo's just
high school
cringing.
play.
It's not great. Oh no.
You hear in your head, Joe. How much backup do you need?
You just hear, like, still slightly panicked. Don't know what the Alpha's response to this is yet.
Fuck.
Oh.
Roxy, see if you can keep pace with Sylvie. Once you've lost people, cycle back around.
That's
The
what
rest
I
of
was
us will
gonna
head back
do.
to the
I was
base.
gonna have her shift back and then get on the back of my bike and then bring her back.
All right.
Okay.
Valkyrie, good luck.
Yeah. Thank you.
And Echo was gonna follow off after Watchdog.
Is Easy Living going with Echo?
Yeah. She'll summon the stag.
Yeah.
Yep.
Toby will definitely follow you
She'll
guys.
just land and be like, Toby.
I meant his
Comes
little,
around
like,
the corner.
his
Oh,
little stag tail like wags, but like he's in
It's the rear
motorcycle
tire.
form, so it's the rear tire. Yeah.
Oh man.
She'll grab the helmet, hop on the. She doesn't have to drive this bike. It's great.
No, I drive myself.
Self-driving motorcycles.
Hell yeah.
All right.
It was the original Tesla.
We invented it first.
Yeah.
And better.
As you all split, I think that's a good stopping point. A good stop.
Break.
A good stop.
Break
It's a
point.
good
Break
stop.
time.
Good
Break time.
stop.
Good
All
stop.
right.
That's a good. Yeah, because I'm
Yeah.
on a different stitch, so I don't have to try and remember that.
Okay. We'll
Hell
be
yeah.
back here.
Hey, this might come out as total madness, but just wait. I really need to tell you something. 'Cause I feel alone in a room, surrounded by people. I wanna know if you're feeling it too. Out on the roof, here with you, it all seems so distant. With you, under streetlights, right next to the skyline. With you, yeah. I've been a cynic for so many of my days. Now you just might make a believer out of me. 'Cause you look so pretty in the sunrise, and somehow now everything is alright.
I think I've got an answer right away here, so I'll
It's a
go
cowboy.
first.
Lizard cowboy.
Texarkana cosplay.
Rude.
That's Crow. He's annoyed with us for ruining the surprise.
Son of a. I mean, you could have predicted it, but like, come on, man.
He's a lot on your plate. It's hard to make friends when you're keeping a secret, like your identity. I get that. That's why I probably fell for all the girls. It was nice to have somebody else who was just in it. I didn't have to tell them that, oh yeah, by the way, I might never die or age, or could be some sort of weird science experiment. And I can punch things real hard. And also,
I mean, in all fairness, if you're a science experiment, I think that just turns Cynthia on.
it's fair. That's fair.
Out in the living room, Eugene chokes.
Rox?
Yeah. Good news. I'm not dead.
That is good news, yes.
We didn't get in a fight. I picked up Henri, and then we found her mom, and then she stood up to her and set boundaries, and it was good. It was very, very good.
Iron Maiden respected those boundaries?
No, absolutely not. She's an asshole.
Okay. Glad
She
you're okay.
Yeah, I mean, she didn't start a fight with me. Maybe having Henri there well, I did promise Henri I wouldn't punch her mom first.
I appreciate that.
I wasn't gonna. Well, I don't really want to start fights. I don't know if I've actually ever started a fight, except for the time I started a fight with a wall at the hairspray factory, or that time I broke reality. But that's not really fighting people. That's like objects. Whatever. It's philosophical things. It's late. I don't know. I've got.
I feel like shortly after Liz leaves, Janet comes back into the garage, like locks eyes with Parker. We're stealing mail. Get dressed.
God damn it, Janet. Cut to black.
Oh my god. Okay. This will not go horribly wrong. Okay. With that,
Well, can I really quick? Because this is fast. Because this is like a total counter to what Janet just did. When Liz gets home, Dominic's sitting outside the gate, and that's when he says it out loud to her. So now his animals picked up on him saying it. So it's like the plans are just everything's gone to crap.
Okay.
All right.
So what is effectively happening is that one meme of someone about to get shot and someone's like, no. Just diving in front of each other.
Pretty much.
Okay.
Maya didn't.
Flynn's asleep.
Yeah, Maya didn't. Flynn is asleep. No.
Yeah.
What a way to end off episode 2. What a cliffhanger.
Under the trees, I found a box of black pearls. I couldn't believe that it could change our known world. Under the stars, one night I opened it up. And your voice
Show me life, show me love. Make a change, time is up. We can wait for better days, but the days won't come. Show me life, show me love. Show me life, show me love. Make a change, time is up. We can wait for better days, but the days won't come. Show me life, show me love. This is all we got. Show me life, show me love. This is all we got. Show me love, show me love. This is all we got. Show me love. This is all we got. Show me love. This is all we got. Show me love. Show me life. Show me love. This is all we got. Sometimes life will push you down. Make you fall onto the ground. But I know you will turn it around. Oh, this is all we got. And I know you'll make mistakes. Get interference and lose your way. Find the light when it rains. Oh, this is all we got. Show me life, show me love. Make a change, time is up. We can wait for better days, but the days won't come. Show me life, show me love. Show me life, show me love. Make a change, time is up. We can wait for better days, but the days won't come. Show me life, show me love. This is all we got. Show me life, show me love. This is all we got. 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 Show me love.
We are all
Okay.
perfect angels. We respect the letter of the law completely.
They can't subpoena this Zoom call.
Hey, yesterday, I mean,
Subpoena's a Zoom call.
Colin was trying to be like, I'm a candidate for sainthood. And I'm like, in what universe?
You'd be surprised. Catholics will promote a lot of people to saints. But
I want to
that's
be
neither
a
here nor there.
fucking knight. Give me a
I
sword.
don't want to.
I want
I
to
don't want to be a saint.
I want to be a sir.
Mm.
We could knight you. I'm sure we
Hell
can
yeah.
find a queen at GaryCon.
Oh,
I guess we're not
absolutely.
very-
Absolutely.
Yes.
I actually have like a Dark Queen like cosplay.
I have a sword.
Mhm.
Give me
I have a
sword.
flaming sword that I made.
I have 3 in the corner over there.
Yeah.
Only
They're not-
2 of them are props.
Alrighty. So we'll start with Watchdog, Echo, and Easy Living. Watchdog has a bit of a head start with Lunar Ultima and Tony in his grasp.
Yo,
As you are flying through the streets of Halcyon back to the base, you're probably a block away or so when you hear a howl in the distance. But Lunar Ultima pauses, like full on stops. And what'd you say?
what are you doing?
And he howls back. And there's another response. And he turns to you and says, I'll catch up later. And he takes off in a different direction.
Surprise!
Werewolf booty call? What?
Isn't he married?
He is,
Yeah.
with kids.
Yep.
Joe will keep on going back to the base, and now just adding that to the worry pile.
My dad's on a booty call. God damn it.
Okay, but you can get down into the tunnels, skid into the base.
And like once Joe is in, just like almost like the meme of like closing the door and it's like 6 locks.
Yep.
Then like also grabs a chair and like puts it under the handle, just like
Oh my god.
severely bracing for any sort of impact. And then just like finally
Did you just lock me out of my own base?
you might have unintentionally.
One of the entrances. You could still get
Oh.
down the elevator.
That's fair.
And then he like turns to Tony, who I imagine he just sort of like laid out on the couch before running over to the door.
Mhm.
Is he conscious?
No. He does not seem to be. He's breathing. He's alive, but he is not conscious.
I hope you know Roxy is going to be on my ass about this. God. Okay. Okay. Think. Phone. It's a phone. I'm gonna shift back to human form, and I'm gonna find a phone, and I am gonna call the Hungry Sailor.
Okay.
Hoping that Roscoe is in.
It rings several times. And when you finally think it's gonna be a dead end, line clicks as it's picked up. And you hear Roscoe's gruff voice say, "Do you know what time it is?"
Yeah. Hey, we have a problem. Growl was just rampaging through the street. Full monster mode. Beyond monster mode. He was almost like a beta.
How? Why?
Still figuring that out. Apparently some magic thing. I don't think anybody saw him when he came out of it and turned back. I got him clear. If you could just make sure that nobody's coming to clean this up, maybe.
I can
This
check for
is-
any immediate danger, but you know who isn't going to be happy about this.
Oh, I fully expect that. There's a lot of people who ain't gonna be happy about this. Okay. What, so what we do?
Prepare for war. The time that we thought we had is probably going to evaporate real quick. Well, assuming you're not going to be okay with Growl facing an exponential punishment.
Yeah, that's not great. I'll talk with the team, investigate things. I think this has got something to do with one of them. God. What? Were things already tense because of the registration?
Not so much. They didn't seem too worried since we'd mostly been under the radar up to this point. You were an isolated case, easy enough to brush off as just another weirdo with a unique power set.
And now there's eyewitness accounts of me basically fighting somebody who's exactly like me on the streets. Oh boy. Did I tell you where the base is?
No.
I will give him the address. If things start going to shit, you get here. This is the only place I know that's absolutely safe. Just try not to blow that you're with us until we know for sure that the war's on. Oh God.
Anything else?
I think my dad's reinforcements are here. Sound like it might be other werewolves. Outside packs, maybe. I don't know. Can hope.
I hope they're good at being discreet.
We'll see, I guess. I'll keep watch over Growl. I'll call you if anything changes, if I learn anything more.
Okay.
Sorry, Roscoe.
He hangs up.
Joe sets down the phone and runs his hands over his face.
Probably at this time that Echo and Easy Living get back.
Above the table. I'm building a new base. I'm not telling any of you where it is.
You could. Actually, no. A few people know where that one is. I was like, you could always go to Hecate's base, but a couple people know where that one is.
Yeah, that's true. I don't think Watchdogs does.
No.
I don't believe Watchdog even knows that Hecate has like another base.
Fair enough. I don't think Echo would know that someone locked and blocked the door, so she probably goes to open it. It's like, what the fuck?
We bust down the door.
Well, you think we're facing a fight on the other side of that?
Doesn't sound like it.
Eh.
Could you just unlock it with your?
Probably. I'm gonna try to unlock the door from the other side, but considering that I'm the one who installed those locks and I know how they
Yeah.
work.
Joe just hears all of the locks click.
That's probably more terrifying.
Hey, play
Shit.
stupid games, win stupid prizes.
Immediately shifts into werewolf form and like gets ready for a fight.
You see the door just fucking slam open and Echo on the other side of it having kicked it. What the fuck?
God. Sorry. I didn't know if we were being followed.
Fair enough. And she'll shepherd Elena in and then relock all the locks. She doesn't put the chair back. She just looks at Jones like, if that door doesn't stop, then the chair isn't going to.
I don't know, I'm kind of freaking out over here.
I can tell.
This is so bad. Oh,
All
this
right.
is so bad.
You want to tell us how in a very specific way? You know this better than us.
The Alpha's secrecy just got a huge chink in it. They're not going to take that well.
Fair. Do you think they know that the Fae had something to do with this?
I don't know. All I know is that when the newsreels report about this or people start talking about it, they're going to know it was Tony.
How? Didn't you cover his face?
They know what he looks like as a werewolf.
Ah.
Does he
Well,
look
they're
like
gonna
that-
know. Sorry, I thought you meant the public. No.
Does he look like that normally?
Not the big thing. I don't know what the hell that was.
Well, there's not much we can do but try to prepare for it. Any recommendations?
I don't know. This is kind of exactly the thing that we talked about as the absolutely don't do this option, so...
Cool. Okay.
Because at this point, nothing is off the table. Like, this is an active threat to the Alpha.
So that leaves us with a couple of options. Go on the attack, which frankly I don't think we're prepared for or know enough nearly about the situation to do. Or we lay low for a while. Go on lockdown.
Probably the best option.
Lay low.
That would be my choice as well.
We were already basically doing it. It's not really any different now. Well, more looming threat of werewolves, but
I'll add them to the list of people trying to kill me.
The list keeps getting longer. It never keeps getting shorter.
And that's what happens when you don't believe in killing people as a philosophy.
I
I
don't
can't
know.
permanently eliminate people off of this list unless they die.
I don't know if they'll go after any of you, but me and Tony.
Are they in the habit of involving families?
Scorched earth.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay.
I think it's fair to assume they probably are, or safer to assume they are than to gamble on them not
we can
being.
see if the DeMarcos can maybe take a trip out. You might want to call your mother.
God, Mom.
And where is her papa?
Getting help, I think.
Oh,
help?
That's
From
good.
who?
Friends, I assume.
I presume friends.
Are there werewolves?
I think so. He got a howl.
Oh.
Is that like a literal howl?
Yeah.
Okay.
And don't ask me, that's like an actual werewolf thing. That's not a pack thing.
Just howled me on my moon phone.
Howl me on the moon phone.
I guess we'll just have to see what comes of it. How is he doing?
Should we maybe put him in a room?
He's breathing.
I don't know what he's gonna wake up like. I think that whatever Sylvie did worked, but
safety. We can put him in one of the spare rooms with a million left over.
Some of the cells are nicer, more like bedrooms.
Quarters.
Yeah, that's true. But they still lock.
He's gonna need some aspirin.
We can put him in there with some aspirin. I maybe shouldn't be the one to debrief him.
Yeah.
In the interest of full disclosure, to make what Sylvie did work, I did something in his mind, and I don't think that's gonna end well.
Cool, great, awesome. That's fantastic.
Just like the rest of the situation.
Where's Henri?
She went. She borrowed the bike to go do something. It was not a costumed affair. So I'm assuming it's a safe thing. Well, probably not.
Okay.
Elaine will take out her communicator and do an all call. What do we even call her on the comms?
H.
Yeah, okay.
Until she picks a name.
Rivette.
Rivette. Sure. Rivette is easy living. We're just sit rep, please.
You don't get a response.
Ooh.
I don't even know if she has a communicator with her person.
Fuck. Can't do much but wait then.
In case I'm not acting it out well enough, Joe is extremely stressed out at the moment.
Yeah.
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 It's fair, buddy.
That's rough, buddy. Okay, let's get Tony into a room.
Yeah.
That at least is something we can do. right now.
Okay. Yep. It's okay. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
You can move, Tony. I can just levitate him. Do you want to call your monster?
Yeah. Yeah. I should do that. Okay. Joe head back over to the phone.
Okay.
Levitate Tony into a room.
Okay.
I'll help easy living.
All right.
Oh, we should toss in some Chinese food for him.
That stuff's so good.
It's the same day.
Oh,
we haven't gone to sleep.
Day.
Wow. Okay.
It's incredibly late.
This is our new record for the longest day.
Yeah. Although it's probably
Focus.
like midnight, so it's technically this next day.
Yeah.
Focus on proteins. You need those. After
Sure.
changing.
Just grab like the beef broccoli and the chicken broccoli and the
Chicken broccoli, hold the broccoli.
extra chicken.
Yeah.
Joe will shift back and dial Tallulah and Sam's penthouse.
Okay. Similar situation as with Roscoe. It rings several times
It's midnight.
before the line picks up, and Sam very tiredly says, "Hello,
Sam?
Joe?
Yeah. Listen. Are you and Mom safe?
We're at the apartment. Why? What's going on?"
Okay. Long story short, some really dangerous people might be looking for ways to get to me right now. I need you two to make sure that you are safe until further notice, okay?
The sort of scratchiness disappears from his voice. Not completely, there's still a little hint there, but he's definitely like shrugging off his exhaustion. And what should we be prepared for? Or what
Okay,
should we watch out for?
I promise I'll explain more later, but other werewolves.
Okay.
If you've got anything silver, keep it close. And I mean anything like knife, candlestick, I don't know, watch.
Okay.
I'll call you once I know it's safe. Is Mom awake?
No, she's still asleep. Do you want me to get her?
No. When she wakes up, could you tell her that I love her?
Of course. Is there anything I can do to help?
This is gonna be a shit show with the registry, probably, depending upon what happens here. I don't know what you could do to help with that, but obviously we're not too thrilled about that, and that's probably like a really distant second concern right now, but I mean, we were already kind of thinking of asking you for some help.
I've got some things in motion for that. Do you need any help with this new problem?
I just need you guys to be safe, okay?
And we need you to be safe.
I'll try. Thank you, Sam.
You're welcome, Joe.
And Joe will hang up. You okay? And unless otherwise gotten, Joe will just start like pacing around the base.
Okay.
Echo's not inclined to make him do something else. She does start adding new connections to their conspiracy chalkboard, though.
Fair enough. Okay. Meanwhile, how far away from the scene of the fight does Valkyrie go?
I think Valkyrie is going to run until she is pretty sure no one's following.
Okay.
I mean, beyond Roxy, who she probably recognizes her bike. So
you can do, a lot of backtracking in different directions and loops and follow some crazy paths around the opposite end of the city until you get somewhere pretty secluded where you can duck into an alley, change back.
Yeah, and she'll walk out of that alley to meet Roxy, who she's pretty sure is still very able to track her.
Yeah.
Um,
Or you
All
can
right.
communicate via comm.
Meet me
be
around
safe.
the corner. And change back and I'll pick you up.
Yeah. So they will communicate and say, got it, and does just that, and then walks up to the bike where Roxy's waiting and says, for the record, you did good getting as panicked as I was getting most of that guck out of your brother.
I did? I just slapped him. I was just trying to knock some sense into his thick skull,
It's a little panicky at the time just because I was worried that it would come back or I couldn't trace it as its origin.
Oh.
But it worked out. We know there's at least one pixie involved.
A pixie?
That is not our friend.
I wonder if the alpha's a pixie. Roxy is just like on the bike, but like if you could see her, she's like kind of like lost in her thoughts about pixie werewolves.
I don't know if I want our problems to be that simplified or not.
Sometimes
I will say,
it's better if they are.
Because you already analyzed the source of what was messing with Tony, it was different than the Black Gook, which is the Alpha's influence, so different sources.
The Alpha, unfortunately, is not a pixie. But
I'm not sure if that's better or worse, though.
no, I'm not entirely sure what's better or worse.
Why would the pixies be messing with my brother? I don't know. I'll pick you up in a second and we can talk about it. She zooms around the corner.
Yeah. And Sylvia wait for her to stop, climb on the back of the bike, and just continue the conversation and say, I'm not entirely sure what the Fae's stake in this is now.
Were those your friends? The ones that own our souls or whatever now? Which we need to talk about still. But it's been a long day.
It was not a magic I recognized.
Okay. And there's no pixies in the hunt. Ooh, hunter pixies is kind of a cool thought. All right, anyways.
I'm not going to say there's no pixies in the hunt. They're just not, it was not someone who I worked closely with.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I don't know why they would mess with my brother. Could we find them? Do you want to find the pixie? Can you find the pixie? So I think I have to pluck their little wings off of them now. I can't fuck with my brother.
Before we track down
then I gotta beat up my brother for lying. I got a long list here.
Probably check in on your brother first.
You're right. I should probably slap him again, huh?
I'm not entirely sure your brother was conscious when we were leaving the scene. So maybe wait until he
You're right. I gotta wait till he wakes up so he can feel it. Idiot.
Not exactly what I meant, but we'll go with that for right now, yes.
Sure. All right.
You also want him to explain some things to you, which also requires him to be conscious.
I assume if he's a werewolf, I've bitch slapped Joe before in the junkyard, and he was still conscious, so I assume he could just shift and heal and then explain himself.
But Joe hasn't been whammied by Fae before in an unknown magic that we don't exactly know what it is.
All right, fine. I'm still pissed, though. He can't just lie like that. I told him everything. He knew that I had a clone. He knew everything. For 2 fucking years, he's known that I had powers. He's known everything. And he didn't even bother to share that he's a goddamn...
You're allowed to be pissed.
Wait, how did we know that it was Tony?
I got a communication via mental connection. Or did Echo yell it, or was it mentally yelled?
It was mentally communicated to everyone.
And who knew that Tony was a werewolf?
I only had one mental connection active. That doesn't mean that was who relayed the initial information.
All right. Well, I smell a wolf. I imagine that they know each other somehow. So I think Watchdog's gonna have some splaining to do too.
There's a good chance of
I'm gonna tell my ma. This is ridiculous.
I'm gonna bring in the of Mama DeMarco.
I'm gonna bring in the big guns. Enough is enough.
Let's make sure your brother's still breathing first, and then we can bring in the
fine.
big guns.
He's just a baby.
I mean, ultimately, you are driving.
Well, go back to the base. It's fine.
The majority of our...
Were there any cameras there?
I don't actually remember. I just ran off on the off chance there were cameras there.
I don't pay attention to this shit, so I feel like maybe we should stop paying attention to this shit.
Yeah. I was a little distracted by making sure Tony didn't destroy half of the city.
Samesies. Or by the fact that my goddamn brother is a werewolf.
That is also something to process.
You know, I feel like this all would have been a lot better had we been forewarned and forearmed. against this. We would have done things a lot differently, you know? We should probably start creating some werewolf contingency plans. I'm going to have to talk to Echo about that. She's really good at contingency plans.
Echo's going to be
That
so
sounds
proud.
like a good idea. I'm not good at contingency plans.
Nah, I just hit shit. You know?
Yeah.
Mostly. Sometimes I do other stuff, but that's mostly my gig.
Yeah, you have some weird stuff you can do.
Well, you know, I don't really know how it all works. Sometimes it's just like panic induced and apparently now anger induced. So that's a fun thing for me.
Do you really think any of us fully know how our powers work?
I figured after how many years have you been alive? Like, I've only been alive for 2. What's the rest of y'all's excuses?
There is so much I can unpack right now, but I feel like the focus should be you and your family in this moment.
That's fair. I should call Ma either way, because who knows what kind of problems that's going to be causing.
Idea of the situation, and then make a plan for your family and how to get them.
Yeah, and the other Rox is probably going to have to run the auto shop.
That is a best case scenario.
Yeah.
I was thinking more of.
I might have to run it because she's kind of vulnerable. I don't want to take all that on. I gotta talk to Uncle Paulie too. He'll figure something out.
Oh yes, we can discuss things with Uncle Paulie.
She's just weaving through traffic and she's like
Sylvie's just slowly realizing, informing the mafia that there are werewolves in their midst is probably going to go over great.
Werewolf mafia. Sorry, that was Jenna. That was above the table.
Are you avoiding the scene of the fight completely as you head back to the base?
No, Roxy's gonna drive back through because she's gonna do some wave and picture opportunities, even though we wrecked the city street. But we saved people, I think.
Yeah. The immediate, the block around where this happened is cordoned off, so you can't go down the street right next to where the fight was. But you do see there is a pretty large crowd of people, and there are some news cameras and some reporters, talking to some police officers, giving a recount of the events that occurred. And in the midst of it all is Henri, valiantly defending the superheroes for protecting the city. And speaking out against the registry and the discrimination that Councilman Evans is trying to force upon them.
All right. I think that if we go out there, we should lie and say that it was a bear, mutant bear.
I think maybe we let Henri, who has a better grasp on PR, handle this. But we keep an eye on her on the off chance something goes wrong.
You're right. Also, you know who would really appreciate if we make sure that she's safe.
Yeah, I don't really want our lovely friend Councilman Evans to potentially cause issues for Henri.
You don't say.
And I don't know if he's above sending violent responses to, silence.
He'd be able to do a lot less running of his mouth if we broke his jaw. Sorry, I that was just a intrusive
thought.
yeah.
It's fine. You've had a lot today.
As that intrusive thought kind of like passes, it's like you hear an echo of your voice. It's like of his voice, and it's like, oh, I really fucking hate that guy. And then you're like, oh wait, there he is, and he starts spouting his bullshit to the news.
And Roxy's imagining throwing a rock and hitting him right in that jaw.
And Henri just rounds on him and starts basically ripping him apart where he stands. And he keeps trying to make excuses, and she's just not having it.
I'm proud of her.
Yeah, I know. I'm just sitting here fangirling in the crowd, like, yeah.
She's getting a really good response from all the bystanders.
Good.
So I'm stealing your girlfriends.
Yeah. So we're about to add her to the polycule. Sorry. Nobody's safe. I stole my brother's paramour.
You can still hang out with us though. And her.
You can still sit with us at lunch.
That does not make it better.
Maria, I love it.
Well, now I know why she's not answering the phone.
She's busy going toe to toe with John Evans.
As she should.
Who needs superpowers?
I feel like Roxy and Valkyrie are trying to be inconspicuous in the crowd, but we're also in superhero attire. And Roxy's like covered with like broken like dust pavement or from the pavement that like cracked.
Werewolf
and, like,
fur.
Her werewolf fur and slobber.
The motorcycle makes noise.
Yeah. We're so discreet.
You just do like very slow circles around the entire block, and every time you pass like by, you're just like, whoa!
Get it, girl! Tell
So
that
subtle.
asshole. We're just like rabble rousing the crowd while we're going.
Oh yeah, no, they're into it. Who knows? Maybe in the next public opinion poll, your positive feelings towards superheroes might skyrocket.
Yes.
Don't worry about Councilman Evans just taking down what superheroes are annoying the heck out of him at any given point.
Every time he talks too, though, Roxy revs the engine as loud as she can. Just to be a little pain. I mean, some intrusive thoughts she really has to just like act on because, you know, this one's only mildly irritating to him instead of, you know, serious bodily harm. Which...
At one point, in response to John Evans, Henri is just like, if you're so worried about powerful resources, then why don't you do something about that security detail of yours and dismiss the people with guns? Really even the playing field for us.
Get his ass.
Yes.
He just said he ain't shit.
So, but eventually the news crews kind of have what they want, start packing things up, and there's actually the crowd kind of sticks around as they wait for John Evans to leave and pretty much like boo his exit.
Yeah. Roxy's booing from the motorcycle as she's going.
Sylvie's like trying to figure out what to do here, and to like, I mean, Roxy isn't blatantly trying to harm John Evans, so it's fine.
She can emotionally harm him, just not physically.
Well, the physical harm in front of the cameras is what she's more concerned about.
Well, that's true. We really got to think about, it's only been 5 minutes since our last PI disaster, so.
Once John Evans leaves, and all the news crews are gone, the crowd starts to disperse, and Henri will go her own way to most likely retrieve the bike and get back to the base.
Roxy will just kind of like duck into an alley and shut up until she sees Henri go past, and then she'll wait a little bit. That way they don't look like they're together, but like she can low-key follow her from a distance.
Okay. Henri arrives back in the vehicle bay probably, I don't know, a minute or two before you get there.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Is the door still locked when we go to open it?
Nah.
Yeah.
Cynthia got it for us.
No, Cynthia
We relocked it.
though.
Oh, you relocked it?
Yep.
That's going to be unfortunate for that door if somebody doesn't unlock that quickly.
But also intercom, probably.
That's
There's
true.
an intercom right there.
I was going to ask Pepe to let us in if we were honest.
The plant.
He's the plant.
He's up top though.
Yeah.
Well, can't we go through the elevator and then like take the elevator to the thing?
Yeah, we can go around. We can
go the long way. It's fine.
Sylvia will pay Pepe this time.
Okay. I feel like Henry's trying to open the door and it doesn't open. And you're just like, come on, Henry, we can go this way.
Yeah, we're going to take the long way around.
Um,
You were killing it in that interview. We'll have to get Cynthia to watch it on the news because she'll love you verbally assaulting her father.
They've got a long fight ahead of us. So
Yeah. I was having lots of intrusive thoughts. One of them being we should just break all the printer presses. But probably not. That's probably not very helpful to my cause right now.
Also, we might need those, so probably not.
kind of ruins the idea of freedom of the press.
Yeah, well, I was thinking Elena could buy one of them, and then we don't break that printer press, and then we break the rest of them.
Yeah, but then you're getting into controlled
Censorship.
media and
Fake
censorship.
media, yeah.
and
Oh, you might be right. Ethically, that might not be.
propaganda.
Right, but like I was just thinking, my brother. Hopefully nobody got any pictures of him. All right.
You wrapped it up pretty quickly. As far as I could tell, at least none of the big cameras showed up until things were.
Correct
That's
me if
winding
I'm
down.
wrong, but Henry did not know about Tony unless I missed something in the intervening time.
Oops.
Oh, by the way, my brother's a fucking werewolf. And that jackass never told me.
Just another Tuesday, I guess.
And I think your ex-boyfriend might have known. So,
Might have.
excuse me while I throw them in the doghouse.
Oh, that one hurt. That one hurt.
The
It was
elevator
not
dings.
there.
The elevator dings in the base.
Ding,
door's
ding,
open.
ding. Roxy, just in a huff. Fucking men and their fucking secrets.
I think Joe like gets to a point where he can like see the elevator and sees Henry and not even like thinking about it,
Oh no.
runs up and hugs her.
Boundaries, bro.
Oh no.
Sorry. I'm just
She just like pushes him back. Slowly, just using her strength to pry him off of Henry.
tried to
You gotta
call you on
ask, bro. You can't just assume.
call you on the comms. You didn't pick
She's
up.
fine. She was verbally assaulting Cynthia's dad. It was fine. She's doing a good job of it too. You might want to. Well, you've got a lot of problems. Your first problem's me. Then your second problem's going to probably be Henry's ma. So.
This is why we have the buddy system. Although the buddy system cannot protect you from calamity.
That's right. So how long you know my brother was a werewolf?
Henry slides over to the kitchen and grabs a box of lo mein.
Shoves a
Some
fortune cookie in her
chopsticks
mouth.
and
Yeah,
just-
a dumpling. I love it. Soup. in the
Lena starts
kitchen.
eating the cold lo mein, offers it to Cynthia.
Cynthia will take some.
Sylvie is just going to slowly walk around this duo so she's not in firing range.
She's giving him the disappointed mom stare too, pretty hard. Like, how fucking dare you? I thought we were friends.
For the record, I wanted to tell you.
And why didn't you?
Because your brother asked me not to.
So if my brother tells you to jump off a bridge, are you gonna fucking listen to him?
If I had thought it would have allowed us to keep our lives, yeah. Because that's kind of where we have been at for the past 2 years, Rox.
And why is that, Joe? It's because you don't know how to fucking ask for help. That's how.
Do I need to repeat myself from what I said before? We literally could not trust anyone other than the two of us.
Literally superheroes. Literally superheroes. Point, like gesturing to all of the. Quite literally. You don't think that Hecate could have helped? You don't think that Cynthia would have helped? You don't think that I would have helped? You don't think that Elena would have helped? You don't think that any of us would have helped? That we could have maybe combined forces to have like a better, I don't know,
When I first met all
werewolf
of you, no,
countermeasure?
I didn't know that. All right?
Can't you smell stuff? Like haven't you figured out how to smell like emotions and things? You
Strong
don't even
ones,
know how
yeah,
to feel
but
them. Never
not-
mind. You can't smell them. Fucking keeping secrets. Look, you know what? If it was just his secret, that would have been one thing. Okay? But this fucking affects me too. And you know it.
Which is why
And you could have
told
fucked
him
everything
to
up.
tell you again
Right.
and again.
But don't you think that my own autonomy over whether or not I become a werewolf, you know how I fight. I dive in head first, like a fucking wrecking ball of energy and emotion and whatever, you know? And I just fucking go full bore. Don't you think that I might have a different strategy if I knew that I could be changed into a werewolf?
There was no way to tell you that without telling you about your brother.
Yeah, but here's the thing, right? It's not just his secret then. Because it impacts me and it's about me, then it's my secret too. And I have a right to know because that's what informed consent is.
I'm not saying I'm happy about it, okay? Because I haven't been for the longest time, but this is the worst fucking way this could have happened.
Yeah, you're telling me, and I feel like this is probably not one of the contingency plans that Echo has. We didn't have my brother's a werewolf contingency plan that was bewitched by a pixie for whatever fucking reason.
What?
Yeah, apparently a pixie got him.
This was a Fae thing?
I think
Yes.
only the one part, right?
The unknown
Valkyrie
thing.
knows more than me.
That's why I needed to touch him at the end. I burned out the other Fey magic.
I slapped some of the paid magic out of him, which
You
is kind of
did.
cool if I'm
I
honest.
slept out most of it.
Henry starts taking notes.
Hey, magic slappable. Slap to remove.
How would you counteract pixie magic? Bitch slap. Look, Joe, I understand that he put you in a bad position, but at the same time, like, I understand. Okay. Your loyalties were divided, and I'm trying to have empathy for that, but I'm also very fucking pissed that my brother's a werewolf and never said anything. That fucking hurts, you know? I shared with him everything.
I don't know why he wanted to hide it, okay? He hasn't told me a whole lot about how he changed or what life in the pack has been like for him before I came along.
Wow. Grandpa Les is going to be really fucking pissed at him. This is a whole lot of secrecy.
I have been pissed at him.
I'm
When
pretty
we figured
sure...
out you were a clone, I told him to tell you.
Well, it's not just me now. It's the other Roxy that could be impacted. It's our ma. It's our pa. Everybody that's blood related in our family.
Also, actually, your entire family might be in trouble because of the alpha.
There's
So,
that.
yes, there's that too. You might probably going to have to call them. And...
Oh, I'm totally calling Ma. She's gonna fucking hear about this. Tony's gonna be in so much
you're
fucking
going
trouble.
To call her for the wrong reason and possibly get the right reason then in the end, but
it's kind of a two birds, one stone.
They should consider safety.
Yeah. Well, first I'm going to ask her if she knew he was a werewolf, because they've all been keeping this a secret from me. I'm going to be so mad.
It would be a pretty big secret just to keep from somebody.
Yep, that's the only one.
Just that one
There's
secret.
nothing else.
Just that.
No other
I would
secrets.
assume, seeing as everyone is in this room, Tony is still breathing somewhere.
Oh yeah, we locked him in a room and gave him some beef and Chinese food.
And
An aspirin?
yeah, and aspirin.
Okay.
Out there.
Extra aspirin. All right, I'll call Ma. They probably got to get out of town, huh?
That'd be best. Or if they have a safe house.
They probably have a safe house.
They could stay at a safe house. Yeah, that's true.
Well, it's your uncle does like law things, so maybe he has safe house.
Uncle Paulie
I
has
was gonna
some
say
spare
we
property.
gotta call Uncle Paulie too. He could probably help them, you know, disappear for a little bit. He's pretty good at that.
Contact him.
Yeah, he's definitely good at that.
Yeah. Sometimes, you know, he helps people disappear and then nobody ever sees them again, so.
Yep.
I assume they're living a nice life at a farm or something.
Witness protection.
A farm upstate.
Yep, they're at a farm upstate.
I hear they actually go to Iceland.
The great farm upstate.
I heard it's really nice in Iceland. They got like the lights and
they got glaciers.
Fun museums there, whatever.
Lots of fishing.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Fish.
All right.
For the record, Rox, he wasn't just like Tony's growl. My guy on the inside.
Do you pick your own names?
Yeah.
Oh,
and
Lord.
he chose that. Bobby.
I think it's supposed to be like engine growl. I don't know.
Why not like roar or something better? Engines
I don't
roar.
know. Listen, the experience for me was way different than him, so talk to him about it, I guess.
I'm
He's
sure
willing
he'll
to
be doing a
talk
lot
by
of
this
talking
point.
in a second.
I have a funny feeling he is going to try to not say anything.
I
If
have
he
a
still
funny
tries to
feeling
keep this shit in after this, I swear to God.
Why is he
But
so
I'm feeling
secretive?
He's not going to have very much luck doing that.
Oh yeah.
Again, I don't know, Rox. Okay.
Especially if Ma's on his ass, he's screwed. He's screwed.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
I
go call
think-
my ma, and then I'm gonna go wake my brother up.
It is.
We might have bigger problems.
What bigger problems? What problems could we have?
Werewolf
They-
cult.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah.
Rox, this just ripped everything wide open.
Opening salvo.
This
Not
is
necessarily. Listen though, right? Your dad's been making the supers the big target here. Now there's a werewolf cult. What is going to be the bigger threat? A feral werewolf cult.
That relies on a lot of assumptions. It's a possibility, and I don't want to rule it out. But
I think that
it
this
shouldn't
is
be the
something
only
that
thing
we...
that we bank on.
Well, but I'm just saying that they're going to need supers to help fight werewolves. The regulars can't do that all themselves. Can they? Probably not, right? Unless they can like
about
make
that.
Henry
can
just
make
mumbles.
silver into like some sort of like vaporized weapon or something.
Henry just mumbles. That's assuming the werewolves are going to go after the general populace.
Well, it doesn't matter if they
Don't
are
they
going
want
to
the
or not.
general-
If they think they are because Tony was out there
I
causing
don't
hate.
think the public knows it's a full cult at this point. There's enough visual dissimilarity
eat that.
between what Tony was and what Joe is when he's transformed that it's also possible nobody's going to connect those specific dots.
Up until
That's
the point
true.
that Roxy slapped that out of him.
That was really short between then and like when Sylvie got to him.
Nobody. I don't think there were any. You just call it the hoax. Start
I
our
was
own
just
smear
gonna say it was a
campaign against the
mutated
paper.
bear from Rook Labs.
I don't.
Halcyon's first
Let's
cryptid.
workshop our cover stories.
From personal
Alright.
experience, I'll let you know now the bear story doesn't always work.
You didn't
Oh.
really look as big of a bear though. Maybe a black
Uh,
bear.
I don't
You're
know
not
how...
big enough to be a grizzly, buddy.
Well,
Plus,
Blindside
grizzlies
was
don't
when
always.
he bit me.
Blindside bit you?
He's my sire.
What the fuck?
This
You
is
guys are
really
so fucking
siring if
weird.
you have it already in your DNA.
For the record, I didn't know that at the time, alright?
So wait a second. So if your dad would have bite me, nothing would happen, right?
I don't think so, from what I understand. It's just a pack
Why
thing.
do you have like the viral bitey thing
very
and then
strange.
they don't? It's very strange.
I don't know. I keep on telling you, I don't know. I don't know anything that's going on, okay?
Do you know if we cut out one, if we pull out one of your fangs, will it grow back when you shift?
I think that is just vampires.
No. But like, I want to know so that we can examine it for magic. Maybe we can have Spuds look at it for magic.
We can just
Maybe there's some sort of magic in there from the alpha, and that's why
Okay,
the biting is a thing.
Okay, let's all take a step back, take a breath.
Yeah, you're right. I gotta talk
This
to my
isn't-
ma.
Helpful right now.
Yep.
Roxy, can you write those questions down on a list so that we have them for future reference?
Yeah, I'll write it on one of the boards.
Thank you.
Because we really should examine your fangs. Because I wonder if there's some sort of like transmission spell or something. I don't really know a lot about spells, but like they said it wasn't a virus. So
We'll think about it and look into it. Call you
Yeah.
home for now?
yeah, I'll call my ma.
Thank you.
Roxy just goes in the back to call her ma.
Okay.
Cynthia will go over to where Joe is. Just like quietly say, do you need some space? Feel free to use the lab if you want.
And there's definitely a moment where his eyes linger on Henry. I need to go lay down or something.
Well, there's the couch. There's rooms upstairs, and there's probably a cot in the lab because definitely not from me pulling all-nighters down there.
I'll just
Everyone had a
go
room
upstairs.
here. We kind of established that
Mhm.
in the beginning.
He should have a room.
Joe
Okay,
has
yeah,
never
that's-
used his. This will be the first time.
I feel like it's just like we have enough rooms for everybody, and the girls have
Ah.
personalized their rooms.
That's fair.
Mhm. Yep.
Do you remember where yours is?
I'll figure it out.
It will definitely be the one with no glitter in it.
Just call me when he wakes up, okay?
Of course.
Also, bold of you to assume that Sylvie has not left a wolf plushie in Joe's room just because.
I'm sorry, I'm picturing him opening it and it's sitting on the bed right there.
Just staring at the door.
It's huge. It's like one of those big, like, body-sized pillows, and it's got glitter all over it. It is the glitteriest plushie in the world.
It does. It might not be entirely glittery, but it does have a glitter bow, and it says "To Watchdog" on it.
I love that.
Nobody knows how long it's been in there either.
That is the best part.
It's a long con.
I feel like Joe opens the door, sees that, just like, sure. And then just like face plants into it and just is like, just
That
falls
makes
asleep, like
enough sense.
buried in it.
What are you yelling at me for? Do you want back up?
Sylvie is adding all of her notes regarding the magic types she observed in Tony's soul, both Alpha and Pixie, to the boards as best she can.
Yeah, Roxy's gonna write on the board first the questions that she had that Cynthia wanted her to just record so that we could later circle back to that. And then and then she's gonna get on the phone with her mom.
Okay. I think 'cause that's probably gonna be a longer conversation.
Yeah.
We will.
And a loud conversation.
Oh, it's gonna be the
Yes.
loudest. The
We'll,
entire DeMarco house is going to be woken up and
pick up. We can pick up with that next time. But
What a cliffhanger.
a few scenes
a few.
Do not. Sorry.
Thought that was to me.
You can have as many scenes as you want. I don't want Blondie to lay on my desk.
Blondie's making a scene over there.
Mhm.
We see after Sam gets off the phone with Joe, he goes back into the bedroom where Cholula's still asleep and sits on the edge of the bed, puts a hand on her arm, just looks at her for a few minutes.
Oh.
Then we pan over to where Eugene is leaving the boundaries of Halcyon City, where another trio of wolves is waiting. He gives a little huff and they trot away towards the forest where they could hopefully have a more private conversation. And then we pan towards near downtown, a couple of blocks away from where the scene of the fight was. And we see Leo, who kneels down and places their hand on the concrete. They take a deep breath and close their eyes, and there's an image of this green magic seeping into the earth as we get another sort of mental view from Leo's perspective of several green lines running through every aspect of the city. A metaphorical heartbeat at the center of it as the pulse of the city flows around them. And they get a strange look on their face before pulling their hand away, saying, seems like someone else is meddling as well. And they stand up and disappear in a puff of smoke. Before they reappear in a field in the Fey realm. And I think that's where we'll head into our end of session questions. I had one more, but I don't think the timing is really right for that one.
I've got 99 problems, and 45 of them are
They're
werewolves,
werewolves.
and 45 of them are Fae. That's it.
5% is Cynthia's dad.
Yep.
So,
Yeah, happy music.
Wow.
what an action-packed session.
On the bright side, Roxy's not a werewolf.
That's true.
Dangerously
Silver
close.
linings.
Yeah.
Anyone have thoughts on wanting to go first?
I'm contemplating.
I'll go first. I will say Sylvie grew closer to the team. I'm not going to remove insecure just yet because there's a lot of problems still going on there. But I will say I think she grew closer to Echo specifically because despite the emotional girlfriend issues that are still going on and that she's not fully that's not even started to be addressed yet, there were still some bonding moments outside of the battle where they were just kind of feeling a little more normal, but also the battle reaffirmed that despite anything else going on, she can still rely on Cynthia to have her back and listen to her when she says something.
I think Cynthia already has influence over you, so.
I'm going to say because of Sylvie's expertise in this particular area, and relative to Cynthia's current nebulous feelings surrounding everything with this, I'm going to say superior up, danger down.
So normally that would be a condition, but superior is locked. So
nice.
I forgot about that.
No worries.
You're not supposed to remember.
Yeah.
No one's touched her superior in so many sessions. It's not an issue.
Well, echoing that for similar reasons, Echo was going to grow closer to the team and to Valkyrie, giving you back influence.
Yay!
See if that lasts.
Yay. It's been a long day for us, guys.
Yeah.
The longest day ever in TFT history.
In this one day, Valkyrie's lost influence with 2 of her girlfriends and gained it back.
Yes.
All in the same
Has
day.
nearly been killed and then immediately started a surprisingly close friendship with Joe.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And
so
lest we
well
forget,
spent, guys.
Potato Wizard.
And the
That's a fair
potato
point.
Wizard. Spuds.
Spud Mackenzie.
I think that Cynthia does still feel angry and guilty though, so we're gonna take potential instead.
Okay.
Woo!
It's been a long time since I've taken potential, because I've been purposefully slowing that down.
Well, now that werewolf war is upon us, plot may be speeding up a little bit.
Yep.
Time to
Werewolf
hurry
war.
up. If you want to switch playbooks, make it soon.
That one.
I
Well,
don't have enough potential.
We still have Elena's stuff to deal with.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, we haven't touched any of Elena's stuff yet.
Yeah, but the
We don't
plot
even know what
twist
it
is
I
that
don't even know
her
what it is.
dad is the alpha,
I've just been dropping little
and
hints.
he's not actually a werewolf. He's an
teases.
alien from a wolf planet. That is the plot.
That'd be something.
I do think Sylvie's next pick is her playbook switch for various reasons.
Yeah.
That Charlie
that
is
opens-
aware of.
It
I'm
opens a
waiting
playbook
for
for
the-
me for unknown reasons. If
I already have my next playbook. I'm just waiting for the right moment to switch.
Oh, we're
The
hitting the
setup
right
is-
moment for Sylvie.
Ooh. The
Very
setup is
much.
not correct or
I'm
anywhere close to
close.
correct for Echo to switch yet.
Yeah, I'm not
I
even ready
need-
for a switch.
I need
We-
3 more potential and then
Other
I'm
things
switching.
I
need
need
to
a lot
happen
more
in the world.
potentials.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens in the coming sessions, but I'm gonna
Yeah.
need to build up the potential for it. But we could see Joe switch sometime soon, maybe.
Oh.
I would say in the next 2 or 3 sessions, Roxy's going to be switching playbooks. So
That there is one more move I want to get before switching playbooks, so
Okay.
gonna get that and then maybe switch over depending upon what happens. But I think I'm ready to go here. I think I'm actually going to grow away from the team, specifically Calamity,
it's okay. That's what she was going to do to you.
because Joe was expecting anger, but like he's trying to explain that he was also angry at Tony, and she seems to not care, which is really like not helping with the stress situation he's currently in.
Okay.
So away
Roxy
it
no longer has
goes.
influence over Joe.
Yep.
Same. Calamity's pissed that such a big secret about her life was kept from her. You know, it's one thing that Tony's a werewolf, like that hurts that her brother's a werewolf and she wasn't told. But like the fact that nobody told her, knowing that she was going to be going up against werewolf cults and like be in a position to be bit by werewolves and thus be possibly subjected to werewolf control. She's got enough issues with her brain. She doesn't need an alpha controlling her too. Her brain's already got fucking code words. Like the brain has enough problems. So in her
When you
mind,
combine
she's,
them, did they become Coda Woos?
I don't know.
Ooh.
Ooh, they're code howls.
All right.
Like-
Perfect time for a winter break. I can come up with a new campaign. Let's go.
Yeah. Code word werewolf.
Oh god.
Plenty of
But
time
yeah.
to plot.
So she's feeling like there's like a double layer of betrayal there. It's not just like knowing a secret about her family, like that hurts, but like the part where like you knew that she was going to be at risk of being bitten at some point and she wasn't forewarned. Like, so she couldn't, that was like taking a choice from her. So she's feeling really upset. She also is going to take influence from Tony. So you're not in it alone. You're both in the doghouse together.
At least when it comes to rejecting influence, you do need to like do a specific thing with that for the most part.
Yeah.
What do you mean
Like-
rejecting influence?
So like you can only
that's a
with
whole move.
grow away from the team. You can only take influence away from
One character.
one character.
But can't you take it away from anybody at any time because you can
No.
give influence?
You
Oh,
have to
really?
roll for it. You can give out
Uh-huh.
influence freely, but you can't take it away freely.
Fine.
Mhm.
Next game, after she rooms Tony out, she'll take his influence away too.
Now we'll
And
have to see what the
try.
dice say.
she'll decide in her brain that she's never dating men because they're all assholes.
To be fair, Joe is setting a bad precedent.
To be fair, like Roxy hasn't explained why she's so angry. Like if it was just the brother thing, like she would have been a little hurt, but she would have gotten over it. But it's the fact that like the secret was going to put her at risk. And also, she spent a lot of time really fucking confused in that battle.
Yeah.
So that's why she's angry. It's not, I'm sure that she'll listen when she's less angry.
We'll see if we can get through this day.
No, it's past. It's past midnight.
It's the no good,
New day.
very bad, awful day.
You just need a nap.
Cheers.
Yep.
Question.
Yes.
How long ago was Echo digging into Tony's brain in like the test?
Oh, it was this day.
Okay.
Same day.
It was like that afternoon, early
Yeah.
afternoon or something.
Yep.
I don't know how many hours
That's
we
good
have
for
put
Cynthia.
into this day.
Cynthia's like, yeah, I didn't fucking
in
know
real
very
life, but
long.
I feel
I'm
like we've
sorry.
surpassed the 24 hours of the day.
Yeah.
I don't-
that whole like magic stuff with Tony was like 10 hours ago.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
that's a reasonable timeline of not like telling somebody right away, especially when we had so many things going on.
Yeah,
It's also
today literally was the day
contemplating.
we were all sharing secrets earlier too.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Cynthia did know Tony was a werewolf before then. She just didn't know his
Which-
shift.
Which is something that Joe was trying to get a word in edgewise in
Oh, he was gonna
Right.
sell out Cynthia too?
he was gonna say, well, I told Cynthia we were trying to work it out. And I don't know how Roxy would have reacted to that.
Not great.
We'll find out next year.
I mean,
Bring
but
it.
to be fair, I don't
Oh yeah,
think
this is the last session.
Cynthia's stance is
Gosh.
until it affected Roxy directly, it's not her secret to tell. And
that's
then it was
actually
gonna
true. Because I don't think Cynthia knew until that day that it could be transmitted.
that's a
Or-
good point. I don't actually
no.
remember when she knew.
I believe
That it was
the
a family.
day, yeah, when Joe had learned that it was a family thing, like once he had gotten back to Halcyon, that's when he told
Yeah.
Cynthia.
It's been like what, 2 days, 3 days?
Yeah. This has been one
How
hell of
long-
a
how
long
long
weekend
has
for
it
this
been?
team.
It's been a long week. We've only
It's
been back
been-
home for like maybe a week.
It's been
Yeah.
a few
It's
days.
been like
We have
4 or
not been
5
back
days
home very
overall.
long.
I mean, it's probably been closer to a week because not much happened while everyone was waiting for Joe to get back to Halcyon. Since he
Yeah,
was
we
Oh,
back.
had
that's true.
we had like
He's back
3
in
or 4
Arizona.
days of downtime of
yeah.
travel for him.
Okay. So I mean, still though, Cynthia didn't know for very long, and like there was still questions to be answered, I think, around that and how it all worked.
Yeah.
But
Cynthia probably, I think if it had been played out longer and ended up in camp, we should tell her because this is an active security risk.
yeah. Yeah.
We'll
I don't
see.
know.
Eh,
We'll
it's
have
just a
to
whole mess.
we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out.
I'm gonna grow closer to my own image though.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Ooh, get it, Elena.
Because she did fuck up today, but she didn't hurt anybody or anything. That's progress for Elena. So I'm gonna move my danger up and my savior down.
Ooh.
Still guilty because I can't do anything about that, and that's fine. So that's what I'm gonna do.
I've got
Okay.
so many conditions right now.
I have one now.
I'm gonna have to break some stuff.
I mean, there's also moves. Do you have a team move that can remove a condition?
I mean, if you comfort and support,
Yeah, comforter, support, or defend.
um,
Yeah.
but thank
That's
you
a
everyone
problem
for
next year.
joining us this
Yeah.
evening for our last episode of Jukebox Justice, our last episode of anything, as we head into a winter break to enjoy some time off, relax, take some naps, eat some good food.
Yep. Catch us next year.
pot.
We'll have a fun mini series coming out in February, I think.
and potentially more mini series beyond that.
Yep.
You could try
After March.
bullying me some more into Clockwork Part 2.
It's not
Yes.
gonna take much bullying.
Not really, no.
Oh, no.
And we might have
We'll
more
take
one
bullying.
shots.
is turning Dominic into a werewolf.
Ooh.
My limit
like
for that
it.
is $300. I will not budge. Unless
I
it's
love
just a
it.
Halloween episode and Dominic is wearing a werewolf costume. $300 to the Trevor Project.
It's a really crappy werewolf costume too.
Plastic one.
Oh my god.
So join our Discord or follow our social medias for updates about our return. There is a potential Jen and I might do some like ad hoc stuff during the break, but don't bank on it, honestly. We might just do some like chill movie nights or something in the Discord instead.
Subscribe to the channel and find out.
Yeah. And look forward to upcoming reels of the gifts we all got each other, or made each other, or whatever. And
Mine are going to be extremely late for most of you.
Same.
We'll see what I can arrange. I need to do some Christmas
so-
shopping.
Everybody except for Charlie is going to get theirs before Christmas. Sorry, Charlie.
Yeah. You live like 15 minutes from me.
Yeah, I mean, I could potentially get it to you before Christmas if I try really hard and believe in myself.
Believe in the me that believes in you.
And maybe take less naps, which is probably not going to happen.
That's not gonna happen.
Take
Oh,
all the
yeah.
naps.
Are you kidding
No,
me? I had a
naps.
great nap today.
Take all the naps.
I did not get a nap today, but I slept until 10:30 after
Hell
going to bed
yeah.
at like after going to bed at like 11. So that was like, it was
Nice.
I was up
11
late.
hours of solid sleep. So
Up late and up early.
Well, all of
screw
you
that.
out. There's the camera. All of you at home. Let's try to remember where my camera is now.
All of you and you and you.
All of
You
you
get
at
a
home.
car and you get a car.
Be sure to get some sleep over the break. All right.
Everybody take naps. That was actually in the tarot reading for Taurus, which is Charlie, So you've been instructed by tarot cards. I've been watching Unhinged ones. Just
Well, if the
I
tarot
enjoy
cards
it.
say it, it must be true.
If a crazy tarot card reader who thinks that witches are hexing you thinks you need a nap, you need to take it.
Well, see, now I just want to push all of the cross-stitch projects gifts to the side and then do some gothic cross-stitch and stitch a skull.
You have to hex the
and some
patriarchy.
lungs.
It's a
Goth
thing.
Stitch.
Goth stitch.
Goth stitch. Goth
Mm.
stitch witch.
Ooh. So
Goth Stitch is definitely the name of a Pokemon.
cross stitch into a spell. Like modern witch ideas.
Gothita.
Mhm.
There
love
was
it.
okay, we're way off tangent. I can tell you this
Yep.
after we're done. But enjoy your time off. Join the Discord. Come hang out with us. Have some fun. Enjoy whatever holidays you celebrate. If you don't celebrate any, take some
Take a
time
nap.
for yourself. Take a nap.
Take a nap and
Pet a
celebrate
dog.
that
Soup.
way.
Self-care.
Stupid naps are
Self-care.
like the best way to
Yes.
celebrate anything or nothing.
Until
True.
we see you again. Bye-bye.
Bye.